Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live right here in Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams, edmontonsportstalk.com, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. Thank you for those watching on YouTube and listening on podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, we greatly appreciate you as well. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with you here as usual on the Hangout. We got Shawn Belle, who's giving a wave a little early. Because you're not Tom Gazzola, you're not Matthew Iwanyk. You are Shawn Belle.
I'm always early, buddy.
And we've got Jasmine Sidhu here as well on this Wednesday here on the Hangout. Presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage Experts. Check them out, sentinel.ca. For convenient location nearest you and to find the latest deals for all your storage needs. How are we all doing today?
I would ask you two first because I walked in and it was spicy. Anyway, I'm doing great.
This one,
Whoa.
fantastic way to start the day, because I was kind of sleepy this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got you fired up a bit? Okay.
Yeah,
We
no.
were just discussing some stuff.
We're going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
We'll have a discussion after the show. Thank you very much.
This is exactly why I said I walked in and it was spicy
I will
today.
just say this. It's incredible how people will twist reality and the story when it's convenient for them.
baby.
And
This is good.
So-
I can't wait to sit down with some popcorn
somebody
after
who
the
we
show.
both know that we didn't know we both knew.
God, this is good.
Very interesting. So we'll leave it at that. Maddie's just smiling.
Well, I'm just smiling because I know Bells is going to poke at this all show.
He loved it when he walked in.
He sees something here, and the antennas are up. He's like, okay, I see a couple buttons I'm
I
going to
see
be
a
pushing
couple
today.
red buttons right now that I'm just going to be smashing.
I tell you what, it was very interesting to hear that side of the story and be like, oh, really? Huh, that's not how it went.
Good thing I didn't post it on my Instagram yet, which I will be doing
Please do.
soon.
Oh,
Please do. Tom and I were friends, so I just was talking about something.
So you guys
and
have
that's it.
beef between you two?
Yeah,
Oh,
you know what?
no.
I'd rather go in that direction than
just had to clarify.
Yeah, we're friends. As in, like usually when you're getting an argument with someone, you're like, we're still friends. We're just arguing right now. So she does this. I want to make sure people know that. Well,
Well, that's what she said. Huh. Funny.
Belzy called it a buzzsaw that he walked into.
Oh, I did. I walked into a buzzsaw. I thought
that
I was
word.
tilting. I thought I was fighting somebody.
Tilting?
Like,
You were
let's
fired
go,
up.
Tommy. Let's go.
No, man.
Let's load up the
you're
truck.
on Tommy's side.
Let's go.
Are you
Absolutely.
kidding?
That's my boy.
What the
I had no idea what was going on, but I was ready.
That's
Like,
a sign of respect.
load up the truck. Let's go.
That's a sign of respect that he's saying you don't need the help. That's a disrespect to Tommy. He's saying, Tommy, I need to help you.
Whoa.
That's
That's an
a
odd
twisting.
interpretation
That's
as well.
twisting.
Well, if you're saying let's go fight someone for
I thought I had to. I walked into
Do you
it and I
know
was
this
like,
girl
God,
too? Because
here
it sounds
we
like
go.
the same line of thought and rationale.
Oh my goodness.
so now it's about a girl.
I'm not posting this now.
Yes, please do.
He let it slip.
Oh, I know you twisted that to get
Well,
us
come on. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Oh, you guys.
Post it.
I will.
Oh man, here we go.
Here we go. And
Yeah.
here I am thinking that we're going to be talking lots about the Dolphins today, but okay.
We should. We talk about the New York Giants, too.
How are you feeling about the Dolphins hire?
I feel good.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do.
You are just
Because you know what? Gone are the days of soft football. Gone are the days where we are out early. We can't even play in the trenches. Those days are gone. We're going to have a little toughness to our team. We're going to actually draft and develop. We're no longer going to spend ridiculous amounts of money in free agency for wastes of time. I'm actually very happy. I'm excited about the future as a Miami Dolphins
coach who at Boston College
Don't care.
struggled.
John
And when
Eric
things
Sullivan,
really
buddy.
needed.
John Eric Sullivan is a guy that drafts and develops, and he's got a keen eye, and he's helped keep Green Bay as one of the top teams in the NFL for a long time.
Do you buy
good.
Hang on
everything
a
you're
second.
saying?
I do.
Okay.
Was that hiring
believe him?
off? No, I don't. He's
Okay.
full of it. Was that hiring off the board?
No.
No?
They went in, they brought in Troy Aikman as another voice, another guy to help make a decision. And they went with the best candidate possible.
There's like 9 other guys available that I would be like, maybe.
For
I'd
GM
like
or for coach?
I thought talk about coach here.
Well, I was starting with the GM, John Eric Sullivan, unbelievable.
Oh, okay,
And then
sorry.
moving to the coaching side of things. Well,
I still don't believe him.
That's his boy.
Yeah, I know.
No more soft football.
And then
No more
3 years
nonsense.
from now, he's just like, we're soft. We can't win in the cold.
I look forward to that show on January 21st, 2029, when we're all sitting here and that's the
You
exact
guys
thing
can
you're
book
saying.
that.
Do you know last
blank
time it
right
happened?
now.
Do you know the last
It's
time?
9:11 a.m. I'll take the smoke. I want the smoke. It's Wednesday, the 21st of January
Yeah.
at 9:11. You guys can book it because in 2 years' time, I'm going to be sitting here going, fins up, because we're playing some legitimate playoff games.
even
And
when
we're
they're
smacking
losing,
people
you're going
around.
fins
we're
up. Yeah.
smacking people around.
Okay,
That's
question.
what we're going to be doing.
Do you remember the last time the Dolphins went out and hired someone from the Packers?
Yeah, but he was soft.
Oh, okay.
This guy is not soft. This guy's got a little bit of toughness to him. He's got some sandpaper. He's got some grit. Dolphins are going to be gritty.
When I saw the name for coach, I was like, what? Him? Who?
Yeah, thank you.
I got some.
I didn't know his name right
do you
now.
realize that there's a ton of first-time coaches right now in the NFL that have taken their teams to a higher level? It's about. It's
How
not
many times
necessarily.
has that worked
It's
for the
not
Miami Dolphins?
necessarily about the sexy pick. It's about the right pick. And right now, we've gone with the right pick. Before, we were like, oh, McDaniel, he's sexy. He's a nerd that's turned into a drug kingpin.
Great
He was
meme.
sexy.
Yeah, great meme.
Great meme.
We don't need the sexy. We need toughness. We need that grizzled.
You don't have those players yet.
We're going to get them.
That's like 3
And
years away.
we've got some
like
legitimate
here's what's
pieces.
going to happen is it's going to take 2 to 3 years to get those players. That in 2 to 3 years you're going to fire this coach and then you're going to bring in a different coach because this coach hasn't gotten the results. But now you're going to have the defensive players to get things done
See how I'm
defensively.
picking my nails right
But-
now because these comments were irrelevant.
But what you're going to then do is then you're going to go get the sexy first-time OC coordinator that's going to be, well, I guess I can't, OC coordinator is all the same thing, OC, and it's going to be the hot kid, and then it's going to be complete reverse. You should have just stuck with Mike McDaniel for a couple
What
more
did
years
that do?
while you go and
Why?
get
So
the
we can get
defensive
more
players.
soft, small,
or go get an
skilled,
offensive coordinator
injury-prone
for now.
players.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been working out really well.
In
hasn't
2
it?
years
Oh
from
my.
now, you're going to be firing this coach because you're not getting the results because you don't have these tough players yet. And then when you bring in these tough players, you're going to bring in a coach that's an offensive wizard, and it's going to go against everything, and then it's not going to work out.
I'm with Maddie on this one.
No,
Gotta
Yeah,
say.
you're a Cardinals fan.
That's the
You're
history of the Miami Dolphins,
You've got
though.
Also need a
delusion all
coach.
over the place. You like first you need a coach. Yeah, you need a coach. Nobody even wants to go to Baltimore. That's the crazy part. There's all these hires right now, and guess what? Baltimore's not part of anyone. Who are you guys going to hire?
It doesn't matter who we
Yeah,
hire.
oh, no, it
because
doesn't
here's what's
matter.
going to
Okay,
happen. We're
yeah.
going to hire someone. They're going to be great.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Okay,
Because-
because they're in Baltimore.
Because they hired a special
Man,
teams coordinator
please.
18 years ago, and he was the coach for 18 years, and he became the hottest coach in
That
Canada
was a
out there.
long time ago.
And the
That was
coach-
18 years
Right,
ago.
exactly.
Now you're
With
in
the
a different
same
spot.
owner. With the
now you're
same
in a
owner.
different spot.
And he won a Super Bowl.
And nobody wants to coach them.
And the coach before John Harbaugh
Isn't that the crazy
was
part?
Brian Billick. What did
Has
he
there been
do?
one interview?
A Super Bowl.
Who's been interviewing in Baltimore?
They've interviewed. Like I'm about to have an
Nobody.
interview. They've
Yeah,
had, like,
I know
18
that's the problem.
interviews.
They're trying to bring in every person.
You just said they have no
Dick,
interviews, and now you're
Tom,
saying
Dick,
they're
and
trying to
Harry.
bring everyone
They're trying
in.
to bring Matt Iwanyk of the
Talking,
world
putting your
in
feet in your
because
mouth.
really they don't. Stefanski didn't want any part of that stuff.
I didn't want
McCarthy
Stefanski.
didn't want any part of that.
They didn't interview
Any of
Mike
the big
McCarthy.
time, exactly my point.
'Cause
Any
Mike
of the
McCarthy's not-
legitimate coaches
No.
wanted no part of the Baltimore Ravens. Why? Because it's Baltimore. Nobody wants to live there.
Why
And
are you
Harbaugh right
Taking
now.
swings at Baltimore.
I know.
it's my
Because
team.
all three of you right now
They've done
are
nothing.
trying. He
They've
has.
done-
He's
no,
had his
I asked him
passive
a
aggressive
question.
nonsense.
I asked him a question.
Right
he
now,
answered truthfully. That's
you
not on
have
Tommy.
the Baltimore Ravens who had Harbaugh for a long time,
18 years.
and then
How many coaches
he's
did the
now
Dolphins
left.
have
in those
He's
18
now
years?
left. He's now left, and people are like, "Well, it's a sought after job. It ain't that sought after." That's why all the other places that have better spots, better situations, that's why they're starting to get their coaches. Miami Dolphins, South Beach, baby.
Do you know
We don't
why
have
the
soft
Ravens?
football anymore.
One of the reasons the Ravens
don't have
possibly
soft
haven't
football.
hired their coach yet is he's still coaching.
Pardon me?
The reason. Thanks for listening. He's still coaching. Is one of the reasons. One of the top candidates for the Ravens is still coaching.
Oh, okay.
Kubiak.
Oh, so you're just going to get him.
The rumblings I've seen is he's one of the top candidates.
Whatever.
They have it, but Steve Bisciotti, who's the owner, leaves no stone unturned. He interviews everyone. That's why I said I'm going to get an interview right away.
Hey,
Like he interviews everyone.
we
But
conducted a
that's-
thorough search,
So
and
did-
we got a legitimate
What number do you wear on this team?
number
Yeah, I
one
don't know
fan.
about that. Oh, okay.
Just stick by your team,
All right. I was hearing a lot of we
ladies
over there.
I was
and
quite,
gentlemen.
I like you. I was quite surprised with that hiring with Miami.
I
The
wasn't.
fact that he's not a head coach, he doesn't have the experience, and Miami is not a good team, and they really need leadership. But apparently, he was interviewed by many teams, and he blew away everybody in his interviews.
Thank
Zoom
you.
interviews.
That's exactly my point.
Okay,
They
but-
went and got the
Yeah, but
best
I'm just
hire
but the-
possible.
You were also the guy here, like John Harbaugh, fins up, baby.
He was
Fins
close.
up.
It was between Miami and New York.
Was it?
But
Yeah.
then why didn't he go there?
I'm just saying, it went down to Miami, and then the other team. Unfortunately, we still have Tua, so that's probably don't want to work with that guy.
They could have hired anyone, and he'd been fins up, baby.
I remember this.
Guys, at the end of the day, you got to be loyal to your team.
Absolutely.
And right now, when I
There
look at
is also
and when I
level
look-
of like Tommy's loyal to his team,
Yeah.
but he's also rational.
Tommy doesn't even
Thank
watch
you.
his team play.
Yes, I do. You
When?
have to turn it off at halftime.
Oh, see, there you go. So this is the
They're
guy that
down.
he can't watch his team lose. I will sit there
it's
for the
best for his health.
I will
Thank
sit
you.
there for the entirety of the game, knowing the team is losing,
I have my
and I will
doubts.
still support them. That's called being a loyal fan,
See,
not a fair weather fan.
what do you mean? I watch them every weekend. They're
turn it
losing by
off-
like 3
you
scores.
turn it off at halftime because you're a fair weather fan,
Somebody-
Tommy.
you gotta do laundry, you gotta clean up
I
around your house.
am a
Like, you
loyal
gotta do
fan,
things.
knowing that they're losing in the first quarter by like 10 touchdowns. I still watch.
I don't
I
believe
still
you.
say,
Yeah.
hey,
I don't
let's
believe
go,
you.
Dolphins.
I think you're just making that up.
Nope.
And
It's true.
also, like, to come at me for my appreciation for the Cardinals and like for the Cardinals,
I told you I wanted
like,
the smoke today.
as if it's gonna hurt my feelings. I know they're terrible.
Yeah,
I know
'cause you
they're
don't
poorly
watch.
run. I know
That's
they're
fine.
inept. I do watch. It's kind of tough to watch a 3-14 season.
Well,
They did beat the Cowboys on Monday night. I did
That
lose
they
a bunch
did.
of money on that one.
I think with McDaniels hiring as offensive coordinator with the Chargers, or going to be, it's not official, it's really going to expose Tua. And I think that's your issue there.
exposed to a how?
How bad he is and what McDaniels had to work with. You think a guy that hasn't been a head coach is going to solve that problem? Also, that team needs leadership and accountability.
Are we talking about the Dolphins right now?
Yes, we're talking about Dolphins
are you,
right now.
Are you talking about the same team that was when they fired their coach, went on like a 5-game, 6-game heater to get themselves back in the playoffs? You mean that team?
You
mean the team?
complain about
you
that?
mean
I'm
the
just
team?
trying to figure which team. When did they fire their coach?
Their GM.
You said coach, so
Okay,
I'm
well,
getting
sorry, I
confused
can't
there.
speak English. It's not my first language.
I say that shit too.
So they fired their GM, and then they came
You
together.
hated that. You're right.
Then they came together
you.
and they rattled off
You
5
were
in a row.
fuming. You came in here like, this sucks. This is stupid. I'm mad that they're winning.
Yeah.
You can go roll the tapes.
I
That's
will
not
roll
true.
the tapes on that
Actually,
one.
you're right. I was
He-
mad that they're winning.
Yes.
because I
Stuff like
wanted a
that
high
up.
pick. However, the
But
point.
now also things change because fins up.
No. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen
Yeah,
before
yeah,
you start
Maddie's
going
right.
He's on
there.
fire.
She just said that they lacked accountability. She just said that they were soft and that they needed.
You
and I
said they're
No,
soft.
no.
I
didn't
Hold
say they're
on.
soft.
To start
Hold
this
on.
whole
I
thing
said
today,
Tua
you're
is
talking
not
about
a
them
good
being
quarterback.
Can I
soft.
finish my point?
True.
My
Good
point
point.
is that she just said they needed more accountability. I just said, what do you mean? The team that was basically out of the playoffs came together and won 5 in a row. I think that's a team that wasn't that terrible, that actually had accountability because they came together when times were tough.
She was also
And they
talking about
got
Tua,
legitimate
though.
pieces.
And what are your thoughts on Tua?
You have a quarterback problem. my
Who
friend.
all year
Tua-
trash.
I can talk about Tua based off of Riot Comedy.
I'm sorry, but
He's got
the
one
last
eye going that
15
way.
minutes have
He's
been the
got
biggest
one eye
pile
going
of
this way.
revisionist history from you I've heard in a long time.
Nah.
This is just a fan speaking here.
Yeah.
Changing with the winds. Things. It's a different week, so there's a new coach, new GM, so things are great. Everything's wonderful, and forgetting about everything that has happened
Yeah.
this past year.
What the
Right
heck?
now, when we get into the new season, we'll be 0-0, tied with everybody else.
And then 3
optimistic.
weeks in, you'll be 0-3.
Optimism. That's what you got to have as a fan. I'm not turning off the TV halfway through.
I don't turn it off. I just walk away and do tasks.
As soon as her quarterback got hurt, did you hear another word about the Indianapolis Colts?
Kind
no,
of.
you didn't.
Kinda
you
did.
didn't.
Yeah, I made fun of my own team.
She would
Yeah.
acknowledge their
But
plight.
here, this one right here, okay, was a guy that came in and said, fins up every week. Why? Because I support my team. And you can't stop me from supporting my team.
I've never said I won't
Wait,
And
stop
I'm
it.
gonna ride or
What are we-
die. I'm gonna take the
We don't
the
even
ups,
mock you
and I'm gonna
until
take
now.
the downs
What I'm
with
just
my
saying,
team.
I'm
So
just
if
gonna
I have
call you
to-
out for not being
if I have
rational.
if I have to say, hey, show up, and I'm like, my team sucks. I can't believe they're winning because I wanted a high pick. That's me being the fan because I want to support my team so that they're better in the future. But guess what? I was still happy at the end of the day because they said, you know what, coach, we got your back. We're going to rattle off 5 in a row.
You hated
we're
that.
Gonna get,
You
we're
hated
gonna
your
get-
coach.
We're going to get back into the mix.
You hated the coach.
Don't even try it.
You did. You wanted him gone.
Okay, I got a question for you. So Jeff Hafley, he was the offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. The Bears completely exposed the Packers. So what are your thoughts on this? And this just happened.
I mean, a blind
She's not wrong.
A blind squirrel finds a nut too.
Oh my gosh. This text says,
What kind of response is
Yeah,
that?
I don't know.
I asked you a good question. What kind of response? He doesn't even response. I'm sorry.
no, you're,
Okay, yeah.
I'm on your team here. I am on your team here.
Blind squirrel. What are you talking about?
Basically saying
What does
that,
that mean?
like, hey, the Green Bay defense was good all year, and then so yeah, they got exposed by the Bears. That's one time. If they were to play that game again, guess who's going to win that game? Green Bay.
Green Bay
So what?
lost
They, guess
twice
what?
against the Bears.
They found a nut. Whoop-de-doo.
What are you talking about here?
I will read this text via the Paris Jewelers inbox.
Gaslighting.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very interesting, your tact today.
Yeah, I know.
This text, no name on it, says, how soft was the Dolphins' schedule in those 5 games? I can't remember.
Hey, you still got to win games. If we want to talk about that, the Oilers had a layup last night, and guess what? They lost. So you want that smoke? Let's
You're
come get
going
that
full
too.
violence today
I
now.
got-
Oh, I love that. Screw you.
I got all of it today.
This text says, I'll have what Belsey is smoking, thanks.
It's 87 unleaded coffee. Thank you.
Wow. This one says, last Dolphins Super Bowl appearance 41 years ago, yesterday. Nice. You were alive for that.
Who was that guy's favorite team?
I don't know.
No,
Some
you
of
gotta
them don't have names
but
on
hey,
them.
put your team on there before you start going at me like that.
5-game win streak. Let's see who they beat. Falcons, Bills, Commanders, Saints, Jets.
Oh, I mean, there's not all bad teams there. There's some pretty decent teams there.
Pretty sure they lost to the Titans too.
They just beat the Bills.
Whoa.
Bills were like this. They were
Yeah.
back and
I'm
forth.
sorry.
all
They
year.
did
They
not
were a
play
lot
the
of people's
Titans.
favorites to be one of the Super Bowl winners. They're Super Bowl contenders. We
Matthew
beat
and
them.
I agree with this. There was a route and a path for the Bills. Some would say they got screwed over. Others would say they couldn't take advantage.
Well, guess what? They lost.
At the end of the day, that is true.
was
Did
a
you
bad- that
see
was bad
what
luck.
their owner did today?
No, I didn't actually.
So he was speaking, must have been late morning show. So, but an hour ago or so. I'm paraphrasing what Terry Pagula said. There's a couple things because it's just like, to me, I'm looking at the Bills right now going, oh, the Buffalo Bills are coming back, which isn't a good thing. Keon Coleman is one of their receivers, dropped the ball. Terry Pagula basically called him out today saying the coaching staff wanted him. Their GM did not want to pick him. So as a favor to the coaching staff, they selected Keon Coleman. And then so they've just called out their 22-year-old receiver that they used their first round pick in.
Oh, boy.
And then said, but Bean still believes in him and like he's still part of this. But your owner just basically said, we didn't want him.
Yeah.
But the coaching staff wanted him. And then basically Terry Pagula kind of how the way I was reading it, Pro Football Talk wrote an article on it. The reason that Sean McDermott got fired was the vibes in the locker room after that game.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the
What were
day,
the vibes?
the Dolphins.
Just like sad and all that, but then just like he was in the locker room. It was like, yeah, I went in that locker room and I didn't. It was just that was like kind of his rationale of why he fired his coach.
There's a
Which you don't allow emotion, like you need to let emotion
Yeah,
settle before you make this move. But it was in the most emotional moment. He walked in, was like, oh, this isn't good. I should fire the coach.
Hey, guys, we're crying.
there's a common theme with Terry Pagula's sports franchises that he owns, Bills and the Sabres. He's the problem. His ownership is the problem. How many GMs, how many coaches on the Buffalo Sabres side? how he's handling this Buffalo Bills situation sounds pretty inept. I think the guy with the big bucks that owns the team might be the problem.
I mean, I thought it was just Josh Allen that was the problem.
Really? Josh Allen has
How
gotten
many turnovers did he have?
2.
He put the ball on the turf 3 times, 2 were lost, and he threw 1 interception. Was it just the 1? Or was there 2? I think it was just 3 turnovers. I think it was 3 turnovers.
What was the one with the roll? That was one.
They had 5 turnovers in that game.
Yeah.
And 3 of them came from him. And
And
single
Cook had one
And
from
actually, we
him.
talked about this last week on the show that it was, the only team that he couldn't beat was Kansas City and Mahomes. Well, now we're seeing that Josh Allen, anytime the game truly gets hard,
I don't know about that, man. Because when
anytime
he
it
went
gets
toe
hard,
to toe with Mahomes was
anytime
amazing.
he gets hard, he's the guy that causes one situation where he puts the ball on the turf or he throws an untimely interception and they end up losing the game. It happens every single time the games are legit.
That fumble at halftime was horrible.
Atrocious.
Actually, Belsey's right for once. He's right. The thing is, Josh Allen is very babied. He's babied by the entire NFL. He's babied by the media, by the sports shows. And he is a lovable and likable guy, but he made mistakes. And you got to call him out on those, right?
Well, it was. I know there's obviously as a Ravens fan, there's a bias here, and I'm seeing it a lot from Ravens fans. But you called him out. That's why he's upset.
Yeah,
with you.
he's always upset with me. What are you talking about?
There is when something happens against Lamar or something, it's his fault. There's a lot of blame. Josh Allen loses. It's his team isn't good enough. It's there's not as much criticism on Josh Allen and some other quarterbacks like a Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson they face.
Absolutely.
And there's actually Pat McAfee basically called Dan Orlovsky out for that yesterday on his show because there was a lot of heat on him, and they're like, because he's criticizing all these quarterbacks. They even you were quiet on Twitter during that game. You weren't talking about Josh Allen's fumbles or something. And Orlovsky's like, I'm trying to get around it. But Pat McAfee actually called me out, being like, yeah, why weren't you calling out Josh Allen for his problems like you do for other quarterbacks? So there is to some people, a truth to that. Now others will say, I'm a Ravens guy, so you're being biased there. That's fair.
Speaking of the Ravens, I'm sure we heard the trade rumors that he could go to Vegas. I did not know this, but I just found out that Lamar has been this is a rumor, by the way, because I thought he was a pretty stern, good quarterback and a leader. But apparently in meetings and stuff, he falls asleep. He's eating McDonald's. He's gaming too much. Have you heard anything like this before?
No.
I haven't either. I think it's clickbate. I think that's why people are saying that he could go to the Raiders.
Yeah, I don't think the Ravens are trading.
No,
I think
he's
there
a
was. I
fabulous
think there
quarterback.
was reports out that he was doing that stuff before.
Sounds like Kyler
that came
Murray.
out earlier this
Yeah.
year.
I hadn't seen. I haven't seen any of those things.
Well, there was
but-
something. I could have swore there was something about like McDonald's and gaming earlier. Was it this year? Maybe it might have been
One
last
shocked
year.
me.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah, he seems like one of those guys that, well, just look at his last contract negotiation.
Yeah.
He's got a healthy ego to him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
going to do things his way, and he doesn't want to be told other things.
And
And
he
that's
has a
why I could
momager.
see that they're, pardon?
And momager, his mom is his manager.
Oh, really?
I didn't know
Or
that.
is, I believe so. I believe he doesn't have he doesn't have an agent.
I could see that, there's issues with why there's maybe possible issues with John Harbaugh and stuff. Is John Harbaugh doesn't seem like, maybe watch a little more film or something instead of playing games, and Lamar going, no, screw you. I could see that to a
Yeah.
degree. I don't buy
can't.
anything into him being traded, though. I
Me
don't.
neither.
The Ravens are in a spot where you could go win a Super Bowl still. You're not giving up Lamar Jackson to go get. And look, Mendoza looks like he had a great season. I don't know if he's an NFL quarterback. The offense I saw from Indiana, it's not a pro offense. I don't know if he's going to be an NFL stud. I don't think the Ravens would be a team that would chase that.
Yeah, good point.
Raiders were watching.
They certainly were. And from that, with Mark Davis and Tom Brady at that national championship game, I don't see why they would give up that first. It seems like they're going to be into Mendoza.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the difference between the Ravens and your Miami Dolphins is the Ravens are still a good team, and their foundation is built already, unlike yours.
It's true.
You really want smoke today, don't
No,
you?
these are facts.
She's spitting facts.
The Ravens have a solid foundation as an
You
organization.
guys are better in the trenches.
It just also structurally as an
You're
organization.
much better in the
Yes.
trenches. Yeah.
It's
And from top down, yes, we've had way too much fluctuation, but now we're correcting that.
you hope.
You need a healthy Tyreek and you need a good
I don't think you
attitude,
need Tyreek.
Is
You need him
Tyreek going
gone.
to stick it
I
around?
think you get rid of Tyreek because he's part of the problem. But you have really good
Him and Tua need
pieces.
to go.
You
You
got
start from there.
Achan.
Who's
You
Don't even
score.
take Tua.
You got to go a little scorched earth here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Achan's a really good piece. He was one of the best running backs in the NFL. Waddle's a really good piece. That Dulwich actually came out of nowhere and it was a half decent tight end, so you don't now necessarily have to rush out
Trade 'em all.
to keep that. Patrick Paul was a revelation. Brewer was an all-pro.
Trade all the offensive players to go
No,
get
you
defensive players.
you legitimately have pieces.
You
to
trade
the
them to
puzzle.
get defensive players. Build that defense.
And they're going to go into the draft and they're going to load up on defensive talent.
Look at what is it? 3 of 4 teams remaining have like top defenses. Seahawks, Pats, Broncos.
Yeah, they're going to go defense
Texans were a
heavy.
team that went far.
They're going to go defense heavy.
Defense. We're going into a little trend of defense here. I think a little bit right now, but defenses can take you far.
Yep.
This text says, I'm an Eagles fan. Jalen Hurts gets torn apart. All he has done is go 1-1 in Super Bowls and get a Super Bowl MVP.
And and he gets a lot of extra criticism. But then Josh Allen is just babied, and it's just he doesn't have a team around him.
Yeah.
And there's some
Injuries.
belief that later, but before he had a little bit more of a team. But there's always we feel bad for Josh, and then we just don't talk about the errors he makes in those games.
Exactly.
Like ultimately, those 3 points at the end of the first half cost them a football game.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We could talk about what happened later, but if he doesn't make that
reffing.
stupid play, there's no 3 points there, and it's a completely different football game.
Javier Milne, really quickly via the inbox, aka Glue Guy, Jay Milne.
Okay.
I like Javier better though.
Yeah.
Let's put this in perspective. Josh Allen didn't play his best game. The Bills committed 5 turnovers and they almost won the game. What's that say about the Broncos?
What it says about the Broncos is that the Broncos are a team that sneaks out victories. They find a way to get it done. That's what I see. That this is a team that I'll go back to the game against the Jets in London or wherever it was this year, where the Jets were -10 rushing, and the Broncos won by 2. They find a way to get it. They find a way to. It doesn't matter how you get the win. It's a matter, did you get the win? And yeah, you could talk about then, well, the Bills should have won because of whether it's a catch or wasn't a catch and stuff. But the Broncos find a way to get victories.
Yeah, I mean, Sean Payton is one of the best coaches in the league. Probably, I think he's top 3 paid.
Is he Hall of Fame caliber?
He will be.
Yeah. That's fair.
Those Saints teams were dominant for so long, and now he's taken the Broncos to an AFC Championship game. He's a Hall of Famer.
Jazzy's right.
With Stidham in as quarterback position as well, he has a week. Sean Payton has a week to train this guy, essentially. So we can't really sleep on that matchup against New England.
Yes, you can.
You think?
It's a
with that
week.
defense?
It's a week.
They're at home.
Doesn't matter. You can't get somebody prepared in a week. The guy's taken one snap this year and he took a knee.
I love that. I don't want the Broncos to win. They bore
That
me.
is not. I don't care how good of a guru you are. A week is not enough time to fully get you prepared. Now maybe he shocks the world here, but I'm not looking at this as just because it's Sean Payton, Stidham's going to do anything. Like if Stidham does anything, it's a pleasant surprise for Denver Broncos. I don't even think Bronco Nick could sit here and be like, Stidham's going to. No, he's fine. He's going to be great this week.
I mean, he could slow the game down, hand the ball away.
That's what they're going to need.
Typical fashion of what I'm expecting this game to be is slow and boring. So, and then they can get under Drake May's skin. He's still a young guy, right? Still a new quarterback.
The Broncos defense needs 2 scores if they're going to win that football game. They need 2. I don't think even 1 will do it. I think if they need 2 pick 6 or fumble 6s or even a special teams touchdown, if the Broncos beat the AFC, win the AFC.
Yeah.
That's my prediction on that one.
Sorry, I was just looking up some stats because you guys keep torching the Dolphins D.
Wow.
That's actually you that has
Yeah,
the
that's
You guys are actually
You just said
have.
they're too soft. At the
You've been-
start of all this,
you've been
they're
torching the
soft,
Dolphins D.
They're not good enough. We got to change this all.
they're
So now all of a
actually-
sudden they're a good team.
I never said that. I said they're 14th. They're 14th, by the way, in the NFL and D.
So don't torch earth.
I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to.
So
go
they're
out
not
of
as soft.
I don't think you have to go out of your way to completely.
So
tear
they're not
all
completely
the
soft.
Studs off. I think there's pieces that you can keep and you can build around.
So they're not just completely soft.
No, they're soft, but you got to get
But
rid of
they're
the
not,
softness, and then you got to take the pieces that were good, and you got to carry on with them.
I'm trying to get over the fact that you just said we've been torching the Dolphins, which we have been. But
And thank you for
you've
admitting
had the
that.
flamethrower out on all of us this
know.
entire time.
You've also had the
I'm only-
flamethrower out on the Dolphins
I'm only
the entire
one man.
season.
I'm only one man. How are you going to
And now
sit here and be
Teddy all
like,
said,
oh,
how dare
sorry,
you?"
you got the freaking flamethrower out on all. I'm only one man. I'm up against 3 people right now.
You're talking
So
in
don't try to do
circles.
this.
That's true, Tommy.
That's because you started this. Like,
Yeah.
you could have just sat there and been like, the Dolphins. I like the moves that they made. I'm
I
excited
actually
for what
legitimately
I
said
hope
that.
is going to
You can roll the
happen.
tape back if you want.
But the way I'm saying is like, I hope good things are happening.
Yeah.
I've seen the Dolphins of the past get these wrong, but I'm positively optimistic and stuff that this is going to be the right thing. But we'll have to wait and see. Instead, no, fins up, Super Bowl. We're going to get
There was not one Super Bowl reference.
You might
but
as
I
well
do say
have.
fins up.
You might as well have.
Really?
Yeah, you might
Not
as well.
a chance. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't give me your sassy eyes either.
I'm not giving.
I
I
see
kind
your
of give
sassy eyes.
I like sassy.
And like most of what we're saying is everything you said during the season about the Dolphins, and now you're saying like, I never said those things.
Yep.
Coming in after a 5-game win streak, this sucks. Why are we winning? I want to top pick Nelson today.
Yeah.
They showed good resolve, and they fought for their
did.
coach.
They
And they
did.
did this.
They
and
did.
It was good that they did
They
this.
did.
You complained
That
when
is
they
a
were
good
on the
thing.
way. You know what Matty just did? He
Isn't
rolled
one
the
of the
tape on
things-
you.
Isn't one of the things that people always complain about is that, hey, like you fire somebody in the organization and teams quit on their coaches and all that kind of stuff? Well, this team didn't
Why
quit
didn't
on
you
their coaches.
say that when it was happening?
This team
Why didn't
didn't
you say
quit.
that when they were
This
winning those
team
football games?
didn't quit
Hey, why
on
didn't
their
you say
coach.
that during that
That's
5-game win
resolve.
streak? Why didn't you
That's
say that
resolve.
during the 5-game win streak?
That's
At
resolve.
any point in this hangout, why didn't you come on and be like, I'm glad, like I'm disappointed that we're going to lose that topic, but this is nice resolve from the team, and I'm excited to see
Because I'm a
this.
fan and I don't want you to win those games. I want a first overall pick. But the reality of the situation is they did show good
You
resolve
can't gaslight
by
us, dude.
not.
You can't
by
gaslight us.
not
We're calling you out
quitting
on
on their
this.
coach.
We're
That's
calling
a
you out
good
on
thing.
this.
That's what winning franchises
Oh my
do.
goodness.
That's what teams that
Do
are
not put the
building,
Dolphins
putting
into
and building
winning
for the
franchise
future,
territory right
That's
now.
what they do. Do you see the Cardinals doing that?
We're not
No, you
calling them
don't.
a winning
No,
franchise.
we're even talking. They're in the discussion.
I'm
Every
just
time I
saying.
talk about them, I tell people how bad they are.
yeah.
It's bad fandom.
Oh,
Yeah, I look forward now to doing the bells that you can do, I guess. And when they hire a coach, be like, Cardinals are great.
yeah.
Cardinals are the best.
Yeah.
Winning franchise. That's how we do things.
What's your mantra? Like ours is fins up. What's yours? Theirs is the
Bird
flock.
gang, dog.
Bird gang. Oh my god.
Bird gang.
Woof.
Hashtag bird gang.
It's more like chirp.
Yeah,
That people
it's
hashtag
terrible
chirp
at the end
them
of the day.
because they suck. And I'll take the heat. I'm not a flip flopper like you over
I'm
there.
not a flip flopper.
You're
I'm a true fan.
flip-flopper.
True fan.
He just rolled the tape on you and called you out.
True fan. I'm here, through thick and thin,
True something, that's for sure.
peaks and valleys. Love my team.
No one's questioning that.
Yeah.
Just questioning your opinions. And it's like, okay, which bells are we going to get this week
Yeah.
on the Dolphins?
Yeah, and your
next week you're going to
interpretation of
come in
history.
and just be all furious about the OC. I'm like, this is
You-
awful.
you
This
can-
is
you can
terrible.
ask me next
Dolphins
week,
are
too.
terrible.
Ask me next week.
Week
because
later, you're going
at
to
the
talk
end of the
about
day,
I put a bet on the Dolphins to win the
Nah.
Super Bowl next year. And it's going to go week by week. Is that how this is going to go, Belsy?
No, that's not how it goes.
think he's
Right now, I'm
onto something.
optimistic. That's where we're at.
Okay.
I'm happy. We got pieces. We got a good coach. We got a great GM.
And a squirrel will find its nuts. Whatever you're saying.
Have you never heard that saying before?
I think I have.
A blind
that's
squirrel will
such
find
a
a
blind
nut.
squirrel.
Yeah, I think I have. But I mean,
Even a blind squirrel will find a nut.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the proper way to say it.
Yeah. Not squirrels have nuts.
It's
Some do.
like 1,000 tests to 1,000 monkeys type thing. One's going to get like a great score or something like that.
Yeah.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
All those type of things.
The Bears beating.
Well, they did it twice, though. The Bears beat the Packers twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There's the clock.
Okay.
They only played them 3 times.
It's a clock.
They had a 67% win percentage
Clock.
against the Green Bay Packers this year.
It's twice. It's right twice a day.
And he was
Boom. So that's
33%.
twice. Boom.
So he was only
Moving
right.
on.
Your coach was only right one time.
Moving on.
So he wasn't even right twice. He was only right once.
It's all good.
Can't even be a clock and be right twice.
all
It was
good,
only
man.
once.
Now we're going to now he's coming to South Beach. He's gonna be fine.
How do you
I
know
ain't even
he's not
worried
going to
about-
turn soft because he's in
Nah.
South Beach?
No, he's gonna be grizzled.
Robert Saleh was hired by the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
This is also big news. They do not have an offensive coordinator, so that's interesting. Considering that Cam Ward is their number one, like their quarterback, and he's a young guy. And I don't know if Robert Saleh will be the guy to kind of mentor this
won't.
quarterback.
No, he's a defensive coach.
Right?
Yeah, he's going to suck the life out of that guy. Just like he did in the other places he was.
He was
in
the first
the
overall pick
Jets.
again, the Titans?
Like I said,
No, it's the Raiders. Dude.
Nobody
Raiders,
goes
that's
to the
right.
Jets and has success.
sucks the life out of that place. Actually, he's a pretty good defensive coordinator.
He's a great defensive
Yeah.
coordinator. This will be fascinating because it didn't go well with the Jets, but he seems like an unbelievable. Well, not seems,
he's like a really good-
defen-
really good
Is he one of those
defensive mind,
coaches that is just a great DC but not a great head coach?
Could be.
And he's in a terrible spot to find out if he's a good head coach. Like
Yes.
you get two coaching opportunities in the NFL, and you pick the Jets and the Titans.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Terrible
Like just
decisions.
dysfunction central.
That should probably we should probably just question that because like, come on.
He must think that he was then going to get another head coaching job somewhere else.
It would be
Because
intriguing
there is only
though.
32 of them, and that's why the Browns still find a way to hire a coach. Because they're at some point, it's just like, well, this for some of those guys now, it's like this is the only. It's a chance to be a head coach in the NFL.
It's an intriguing place with the Titans though, because Ward has shown like legitimate flashes as a QB. Like he's had some pretty solid games. He's shown unbelievable escapability. Like it's an intriguing situation. If you can start to get some pieces on the offensive side to kind of help Ward out while building obviously what he's going to do as on the defensive side, because even when he was with the Jets, their defense was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So
They would have gotten an interception.
there you go. It's an intriguing one.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't really have a lot of good receivers. So at the same time, you haven't really seen Cam Ward's full potential.
Yeah.
And again, it'll be interesting to see with Robert Saleh going there. Did you guys hear about the Bills are looking at the Giants ex-coach?
Yeah, Brian Dable.
That's right.
There's actually a few.
That'll
Anthony
help them get
Lynn
over
they're
the
looking
hump.
at. I think Joe Brady, who's their OC, they're looking at. There's one more name I think I saw today. Everyone has connections to Buffalo, though. The Bills, they were all part of the Bills organization over the last number of years.
That's going to be a lot of pressure on that coach, though, hey?
Yeah.
Considering, like, as we talked about Josh Allen being babied,
Yeah.
like, there's going to be a lot of heat on that coach. So whoever takes that job, they are in for it.
Just got to get him not to turn over the ball in high pressure situations.
I mean, I would want to coach the Ravens. Like I said, good foundation. It's kind of go in there, be a leader.
And then you got to live in Baltimore.
No, they'll live somewhere else because it's not a far drive. I don't think they live in Baltimore.
Ugh.
Nobody lives in Newark. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
look at McDaniels. Like, he went from Miami to LA. Again, it's not confirmed that he's going to LA, but, like, people don't like living in Miami, just so you know. They don't.
I think McDaniels did.
I don't think so.
Are you
Judging
sure?
by his, what do they call his
drug
glow up?
Yeah.
The way that he changed his look, I think he loved living in Miami.
For those that don't know, there's a meme that says it's like Mike McDaniel started out as head coach of the Dolphins as the Geek Squad guy,
Yeah,
and
he looked
ended
like
it
he
as
should
a
have been at
drug
Best Buy.
kingpin.
Yeah.
Drug kingpin. That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
And this guy's like curly hair and grizzled.
He's got the glasses on for interviews.
He's like
Like,
a set. I think he's wearing like a matching set. too.
Probably.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
He's wearing a full
amazing.
Lord jumpsuit.
Probably.
Yeah.
Owns a few of those.
I thought he was going to New York with Harbaugh. Or was that just a rumor?
He was talked about for a lot of head
the
coaching
Raiders.
/ OC jobs. He's interviewed all over the place. The one thing I did see is that he is going to be the OC of the Chargers unless he can get a head coaching job. Still. Like it's being kept open a little bit. That if he can grab a couple of head coaching openings, they'll allow him to go do that.
And he turned down Cleveland?
An interview with Cleveland, yeah, because he was out with the Chargers, I guess, last night, and basically that's why everyone. And then it came out that it looks like he's going to be the OC of the Chargers, which is a great move. I would have loved him as an OC.
Yeah, like you're going to a team that's already in playoff contention, like for how many more seasons? Him and Herbert can have like really good vibes together. And now you're not even responsible for the team like you were in Miami. Now you're just, you're part of the team. Harbaugh's the one that's good, or
It is Harbaugh still.
yeah,
It's
like
Jim over there.
yeah, like it's still gonna have, the heat on him if something happens, and you're rich. Like you're a young guy, you're rich. How much do they make? Like $3 to $6 million a year?
Maybe more.
I don't know what an OC would mean.
Yeah, actually, I don't know.
Or
either.
OC, sorry.
I'd go like Harbaugh was 17. I can't remember who's. I think Andy Reid's 20, somewhere in there. Harbaugh's now going to be upwards of 20, I think, because it's a 5-year, $100 million deal.
Yeah, like it's not a bad position to be in.
How much?
No, but you want power. Football people want power.
This is true.
But like while you're Mike McDaniel, it's probably, to me, I wouldn't jump into a head coaching spot right away. I would go as an OC, do it for a couple of years, and find the right spot again.
Exactly.
Find a good organization.
Like Saleh, right?
I don't think Titans are a good organization though that he jumped to. That's the only problem. Like you don't get many more you generally could get 2 head coaching opportunities. If both fail, you're not getting a third.
This is a good point.
So you got to be so careful if I'm taking a second head coaching job.
And
I wouldn't touch the Raiders.
No.
I wouldn't touch Cleveland. I wouldn't ever touch the Jets.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch the Titans. There's certain organizations I just be like, I'll stay as an OC or a DC. Hopefully I'm good for one more year, and then I can go get it next year where there's better opportunities.
Side note, McDaniels was interviewed by many teams, and he's very desirable.
I think every coach has been interviewed by every opening team. It's been wild to watch.
Yeah, because Cardinals,
openings.
Browns, Ravens, Raiders, Steelers, Bills,
There's
these
10
teams.
openings, or there were 10 openings.
3 to 6 mil, according to AI, for an OC in the NFL.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, not a bad gig. And you still live in LA, away from Miami. Wow, Bazzy, are you okay?
Well, I'm great.
Okay. So,
No matter how many shots you try to take at Miami,
you
know what?
Look, I personally was just thinking of a
I'm
quarterback
just
probably
sitting
left
here
it at
minding
that.
my own business.
And you hired a newbie coach. That's it. Like,
I'm
what?
just sitting here minding my own business. And you keep throwing. You want to drag me back into the fight.
Your coaching story
I'm just
is
trying
big
to.
in
I'm
the
just trying to hang out.
headlines.
That's all I'm trying to do.
You've had enough spice?
Oh no, I can go for some more. But right
a
now I'm
weekend
just
in
trying to
a way.
hang out. Jazzy keeps trying to drag me back in.
I'm just excited to talk football.
Okay.
I'm very excited to talk football.
So, out of pure curiosity, are you more upset that they hired a first-year head coach, or what?
I'm not upset.
Well,
Why are
no,
you
but you made the comment of like,
I said that the Bears took them down.
Well,
and I
no,
said,
but
is
you
that a
just made the
concern with
comment
someone that doesn't
of-
have experience?
you just made the comment of, well, yeah, you guys hired a first-year head coach, but the thing is like a bunch of these other teams that just have advanced in the playoffs. Well, those guys were first-year head coaches too. So it's not about necessarily whether you're first-year head coach or not. It's about the right pick. And so the Dolphins feel like they have the right pick. They feel like they have a guy that's going to go in and he's more aligned with the GM than ever. And so now when you have a coach and a GM that are aligned and you both believe that, hey, we need to work on the trenches. Well, if you believe what they have to say, so Sullivan talked about it, and he goes, we got to go through New England, we got to go through Buffalo, we got to go through New York if they're good. But the reality of the
If
situation,
they're good, okay, that's a big if.
big if.
Yeah.
But the reality
If
is,
I win the lottery, I'm not going to be here.
but those are cold weather places. So you're the hot place. You got to go through cold weather. And if you want to get to where you want to go, which is ultimately a Super Bowl, what do the Bills and what do the Patriots have in common? They're both tough physical football teams. And when they get into the cold, well, guess what? They're able to grind games out because their trench play is really good. So they came in and they both said, hey, we got to be better in the trenches. So do the Dolphins have pieces? 100% they have pieces, but they are too soft. Their trench play is crap. So their defensive ends, they're okay. Chubb gets pushed around way too much for my liking. Their defensive tackles get pushed around too much for my liking. So you need to be a little bit better so that you stop the run. And you mentioned it earlier, the teams that can be carried if you have good defenses. So the Dolphins were what, a top 15 defense? Can we be better if we have better defensive tackles? Can we be better if we're harder to play against and we can grind games out as opposed to, we go down because we can't stop the run today, but tomorrow we can stop the pass. And so you have to be good in the trenches. And that's what every single team that's currently playing right now is really good at. They're able to control the line of scrimmage. So you have a coach and you have a GM that are fully aligned. That's a big deal for organizations. Because when you had Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer, they both believed two different things. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm very optimistic.
I don't hate the Dolphins, just so you know. I actually root for them. They're a good fan. Like, they're funny.
Don't you
fans,
try
they're
to
funny.
come at the Dolphins now.
I'm not. I was literally stating factual information. And you wanted your opinion as a Dolphins fan.
My issue with the
Now you got
hire,
it.
Yeah, clearly.
he was a head coach at Boston College. Nothing special there. That's just Boston College, but they're in the ACC. You should be able to find, I think, a few more wins over his time there. And by all accounts, people of Boston College were not sad to see him go to the Packers. That it wasn't like, oh, our head coach is gone. Oh, this one sucks. Like, very happy to see him gone. And I do. It's
Because he
different.
went from BC to the NFL.
College. Well, the fact that we could get a new coach here. This guy's not great.
We'll find out very quickly.
And then it's like, and there's not always an easy college to NFL. I think the one thing I will say is even the best college coaches struggle in the NFL. Mm-hmm. And I look Cliff Kingsbury with the Cardinals.
I was just gonna say that sounds like Kingsbury.
He was a 500 coach with the Red Raiders. For whatever reason, the Cardinals hired him. And he had a decent first couple of months, but he'd always peter off at the end of the season.
College to the NFL. That's a hard learning curve.
Yeah, but
this guy has now gone from being a head coach
I know,
to the DC.
right? But he also
spent
didn't do
some
well as a
time-
head coach in college.
Fair, but he's spent
That's
some
why
time
I'm
now in the
concerned about
NFL.
that one. This isn't just the first time I coach, the first time college or NFL head coach, but he has been a head coach. And when I look at the results there, I go, ugh.
Yeah, I'd be more worried if he went straight from there to there. But I'll put it this way. So right now we have Barry Smith as a coach mentor coming in, and he's sitting with all our coaches, right? And so like I feel like I know the game. So when I'm sitting there and I'm discussing what we want to go over at practice, but Barry's sitting there and he goes, "Okay, like let's try a couple of things." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Oh, I don't know anything," because he's been in the NHL forever. He's got 1,000 Stanley Cups. And so I'd be more comfortable, like if I was to take myself and go, I'm going to go from here to the NHL, I'd be an awful head coach. But if I had the ability to go from here to be an NHL assistant, sit back and learn and have that learning curve, well, my experience as a head coach now with the fact that I've actually figured out a little bit more of the NFL might make you transition and become a better head coach quicker than if you went from here straight to there.
But he also had good players to coach as a DC, and now he doesn't have as good of players to coach. It's going to take a couple years for the Dolphins to build that up, and that's my point from earlier. They'll be fired in 2 to 3 years, and they'll be bringing in a different coach. And then what's going to happen is they'll be, for whatever reason, they'll be like, we need an offensive guru. He should be hired in 2 years from now. Your team's not ready for him. Your team's not ready for a defensive coordinator.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think they have good pieces on the offensive side. They need a quarterback for sure. That's going to be able to help them. But they need toughness. That's like their biggest Achilles heel. Because every time you go to Buffalo, you get the absolute doors kicked off you.
And is this guy...
That's an issue.
Do we know this guy is full toughness? He's going to bring that toughness.
Well, how do we know anything?
You seem to know a lot about him today.
I'm a fan. I study it and I watch it. That's what we do.
Okay.
Well, wishing the Dolphins a good season. How about that? All right.
I just want you to be happy, Belsey.
Yeah.
You know what? You.
I just...
And you too.
I'm not wishing you anything.
Thank you. Now we're good.
Wishing you anything.
I said something very positive.
No, that's not positive. That's passive aggressive.
A little bit.
Okay. So Belsey always calls his team soft. Now they're not soft. They're big tough guys. You know, the big tough guy was Pods yesterday. Paul, can we talk about the Oilers a little bit?
That's called a transition, right?
Hey.
Before we get to that quickly, the EST Hangout is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada Storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians to life transition. Canadian storage provider by Canadian. Find a convenient location nearest you, sentinel.ca. Reminder at Lock Shop coming up at 11 with Eric and us. We got Oil Stream EST Afternoons Read Welcome Show with Jay Milne until 6 o'clock. Belsey, Jasmine, Tommy, Matt with you here. You want to start with, it's positive, I guess. Pod Colson would be the way to go.
Yeah, Paul Colson. Nice to see him fight. Stick up for McDavid. I thought that was probably the best thing of that game. Embellishment call. What did you guys think about that?
Ooh, yeah, we talked about that last night. Reed made a good point. We talked about it at the game. We talked about it on the post game. McDavid, well, they called him for holding. It looked like it was going to be embellishment because every time they go, you and you, it's usually a dive. But that's a tact that McDavid uses quite cleverly. And usually it works, but he engaged Brown first, and Brown didn't back down, and so they sent both off. So
fair call.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, fair.
The Oilers fans did not like it,
No.
and I understand why. But if you've watched Connor, you'll know that yes, he does draw a lot of penalties because he is that fast and he is that much better than most players, if not all. But that is one of his little tricks that he gets inside of a guy and like will kind of hook into them, and then a lot of times draws a penalty. Refs didn't take the bait last night.
It does just sound weird, and I get why. Like we got interference and we got holding. Well,
Yeah.
which one is it?
Yeah.
And
He
But you have
was
to
he
watch
was
that.
holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his hand in there.
he locked in
Yeah.
first. And
Yeah.
Connor Brown's like, oh, I've seen this a million times.
Yeah. Yeah, that game was lackluster.
You didn't like, I thought it had good action for a low scoring game.
Yeah, maybe the second period was decent. The
A
first
lot of
period
missed
was
nets.
a snooze fest, and then they got goalied. I know, Dusty, guys said in the morning, what that's how it is, right? You lose to the Devils? Like, come
both
on.
guys made good saves. Allen made some good saves. Podkolzin had a great chance when he got sent in on alone, and he buried that puck into Allen's pad.
We think he got goalie. We think he got goalie.
I thought
I
both
think
goalies
so.
played good. I mean, the Devils have like the lowest shooting percentage in the league.
And
they
they're
don't
back to
score.
back too.
Yeah, but they played Edmonton tough. They always do. I think they've won 3 of their last 4 visits
Anytime a
here.
goalie puts up big saves against the Oilers, it's just always goalied. It's just like a.
Maddie's right.
As opposed to
no,
like
I
maybe sitting there
believe
saying,
you when you say that because I was
But-
like, I was at the game. I'm like, I don't remember them getting goalied. Like to me, when I hear goalied, it's like Ben Scrivens.
yes, 59 save night
Yes.
type thing.
Yeah.
And like he's the guy, he's the sole reason why you lost that game.
The rest
I'm
of
not
the team was
sure.
trash.
Yes. Yeah.
The Oilers were
Right.
pelting them, and there
Yeah.
was just constant grade A save,
Yes.
grade A
Yeah.
save, grade A
Yes.
save. But now when a goalie plays well,
Yeah.
we just say goalied for some reason, as opposed to just saying Jake Allen played a really good hockey game.
Yes, good
Yeah.
point.
And the Oilers couldn't find a way to beat him more.
Right.
Ilya Sorokin goalie the Oilers. That's a fair statement.
Yeah.
Calvin
That was,
Pickard
yes.
goalied the Winnipeg Jets a few weeks ago. That's a fair statement. But you're right. I think we get a little bit too loose with how much we dish out goalied.
Yeah.
Like I think the Devils players in front of him played a good game themselves.
How sloppy
which
were the
takes
Oilers?
away
The Oilers
goalie
were
to
very
me.
sloppy too. So it's
Yeah.
I think the entire team has to be poor in front of you, and
Yes.
the goalie is just saving the hell out of their team. That to me is what goalied is.
Yeah.
But now it's this moment that a goalie will put up like 29 saves, even though they'll be played really well in front of him. But goalied,
Yeah.
goalied,
Yeah.
straight up goalied.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
we lean on it a little bit much.
I thought the game was sloppy. I don't think the Oilers came out as hard as they should have because I think there was an opportunity if that first 10 minutes of that game, they're coming out, they're hitting, they could wear down the Devils because the Devils played the night before. I think there was a bit of a missed opportunity when it came to that. And because the game was, it was, I don't want to say it was like lackluster, but it just didn't have that same like pop that we've seen from the Oilers in the other 2 recent games. Like should
Sure.
have been better, right? So
They played dog crap teams over the weekend.
which is fair. It's a very, very fair point, but there's still like a jump to it. And it's not like the Devils are that much better in the standings than the other 2 teams. Maybe
But they're
the
closer
Devils
to the
are-
playoffs than the Blues
Yes, they
or
are.
the Canucks were.
1,000%, but it's a team on a back-to-back. You got to come out, you got to hit, you got to try to wear them down because that team's already tired. But when you come out of the gates and you're kind of there, you're kind of not, and you allow that team to work itself into the game, well, then you get recipes, you get games like that. It's a recipe for disaster.
The Oilers have struggled all year with a team coming in on the back ends of a back-to-back.
Good point.
They have
And
struggled
they're gonna do
all
it- they're
year on
gonna
that.
do it on
I don't know
Thursday.
how many times we talked about a team coming in from Calgary the night before and the Oilers lose.
Good.
Or have played like a win in overtime or something, like a tight hockey game. And it's like, well, you're getting backup goalies, you're getting the entire team. And they're struggling with that this season.
Yeah.
The loss to LA was a juicy opportunity. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, it's not like when you go to Calgary first that's an easy game because Calgary plays hard. And so you've got a team they got to work. And so you come to Edmonton, and if you're Edmonton, you say, oh, like, let's go to work because those should be 2 points almost every time because you do have a tired team. But if you're not going to go out hard and you're just going to kind of go through the motions and you allow the team to kind of get back into it, get their legs going, they're feeling it, they don't have to fight through anything, and we can keep this game close, like we can probably win it. That's how teams think about it. But if the Oilers came in and it's like, okay, we're going to bang and crash, and I understand that it's not a bang and crash team, but if you just you run into a guy and you make him have to go that 2 extra steps when you're already exhausted, then it becomes a harder game, and then that's when teams start to crash out and they fizzle out, as opposed to, okay, well, I'm going to work some of that lactic acid out of my body. I'm starting to feel good. Like I'm in the game, boom, we're now there. And that's what's happened in a lot of these back-to-backs.
I think it's important to remember too. Last night, Edmonton went 11-7, and basically it was 11-6, and then you lose Podkolzin for 17 minutes. It's 10-6, and like Regula played 2.5 minutes or something like that. They were down a man essentially all game. And then the other thing too is, you're right, they didn't drive the game early.
Yeah.
New Jersey kind of had possession time, zone time. They missed a lot of nets, and then I think shots ended up being like 4-4 at the end of the first period. But it seemed like Jersey was buzzing more than the Oilers early, and that's not taking advantage of the opportunity like Belzy's talking about.
Well, maybe it was the 8:25 start time.
That sucked too.
Could have been that.
That sucked.
Man.
Brutal.
Bro, against Jersey, like, man,
It was a TNT back doubleheader.
yeah. But like,
And the first game was in Dallas for some reason. So it's a central time
But that-
zone. So
but
it started
that's-
5:30 is instead of the usual 5 type thing. And
Even that should go in the Oilers' favor. Like the game's even later, so you've just now traveled multiple time zones. The game's later. You played the night before. Like that's just
yeah, but what a stupid schedule for
it's
fans
a
and everyone else.
terrible
Like,
schedule.
but 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night with the Devils in town.
Yeah,
Exactly.
terrible schedule.
Like,
so I fully agree. but
Devils fan 10:25 start.
that should be considered a layup. That's
You
a lot
blew
of,
it.
That's a lot of factors.
They blew it.
Yeah, well, it's also they were going for a third straight.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
9 times now.
I say there was there's there's those memes like somebody like, hey, have you ever done this? And everyone's like in one, like all the logos are on one side. Like, of course, it's whatever. And then the other says, it was like, I saw one today. It's like, have you won 3 games in a row? And everyone's like, yeah, it's almost halfway through the season, of course. And it's all the NHL teams. And then no, Oilers. Just like can't get over halfway, like just can't get it done.
Yeah.
But it's why they're second, like they're comfortably second in the Pacific. But then the East and the West is kind of funny too, because they'd be tied for the last wild card spot out in East.
like how the Sabres are even doing better than the Oilers right now.
Yes.
Is that crazy?
Yes. Yes.
They're a good team.
All they did was gas their GM. Swainer.
Wow. But there seems a thing here. Maybe the Sabres are getting good, and that means the Bills are going to be bad. Like Terry Pegula can only have one good team.
He's stepping on the scales on one team. Swainer had a couple of texts last night that had stats. If you didn't catch the postgame show last night, it was late. Brian Swain says the 1999-2000 Oilers took until their 55th game to win 3 straight. So the Oilers will at least tie that record unless they win the next 3. The 99-2000 team had 4 2-game win streaks. 2 of them ended in a tie before they finally won 3 straight on their 5th try. This year's team is now 0-9.
It's tough.
Go 2 of 3, you're fine.
Yeah, and you know, I saw that discussion in the nasty chat. Pardon me, post game last night, and I get it. Like I get it, but I just, to me, a championship caliber team, is a team that can sustain success, and they haven't really done that. Now, you know, they don't sustain a lack of success either. They don't go on prolonged losing streaks, but it's just kind of like,
If you go
maybe
2
win
and
4 or
3,
5 in a row. I don't know.
2 and 3 is good enough to win a playoff series.
Good point.
Very good point. Ayuk said the next 3 teams are coming in from Calgary.
And as Maddie alluded to, that's not always a blessing.
Yeah, that's a bad thing.
Hopefully they prove
They did
that.
well on the Winnipeg. Winnipeg had a back-to-back, but Winnipeg was coming from Winnipeg, then here the next night.
That's right.
They dominated. But the teams that have been coming from Calgary, generally, yeah, it's just what I call it. It hasn't gone well for the Oilers this year.
Where do we actually think the Oilers are?
What do you
They're a
mean?
good team.
Like what they are?
Yeah, like what do we
They're a
actually
team
think
that
they
could
are?
easily get to the conference final because they're in a bad division. They're not a top team in the West, but they are in that next tier right now.
Like
As they are. Like it's to me, it's Colorado, Dallas, Mini are a tier.
Yeah.
And then there's Oilers, Vegas, and then there's everyone else.
I said on Reed's show yesterday, I thought they were 2 players away. I don't know if I believe that anymore.
You think more?
I think maybe like 3.
Well, they got
Maybe.
goaltending. If you believe
Their
goaltending's
goaltending's better.
fine. What are you thinking? They a top 6 winger, bottom 6 player, and a defenseman?
Yeah.
That's where you're going?
I don't know if you go get a top 6 guy, who's likely to go down? It's Kapanen, right?
But he's been playing well.
Yeah.
But he has
All of
been.
a sudden,
Exactly.
yeah.
But is that
Sorry,
going to be
Tom.
sustainable for the rest of the
sorry,
year
that's
is
a good
another
thing.
question. Like the one thing, like because the Oilers are in a bad division, there is an easier, like nothing's easy, but easier path to conference finals.
Yeah.
Like right now, they'd play the Ducks in the first round. I wouldn't at all be predicting the Ducks to beat the Oilers. Oilers, Golden Knights, second round. Fair matchup. Oilers have a nice path to a conference final at this
Can
moment.
they beat the Knights?
But the question is, well, I think they
think so.
can.
Yeah, I think so too.
The question is, could they beat a Avs or a Stars team in a conference final? And would this be the year that the Stars get their number type thing? But like to me, they've taken a little step back to being just behind the top teams of the West this season.
Yeah.
Like the defense isn't better than last year, and it's not going to get better as long as Ekholm's going to get older, and so no Kulak. Like what's going to get added to that top 4 type thing?
Yeah.
And
that's-
how long is it going to take Stasny to maybe be that guy? If he's
Yeah.
going to be that guy, or how many seasons is that? But it's not going to be for this season that he's just going to be a top 4 guy. Regula is there and stuff, but you're going to need another forward, I would say.
Yeah, I think you need a top 6 guy for sure. And then, which will push guys back into the right spots. Like I know that Kapanen's been playing well, but I have a tough time thinking that he's a top 6 guy.
I think it would be hard for anyone to sit here and predict that he's going to be able to sustain this through the rest of the regular season into the playoffs.
Yeah, like I think
Fair
he's
point.
his.
That's
Over the
a
course-
risky gamble at
It
the very
is.
least if you go with
It
that.
is.
Because like it could happen. But if it doesn't, the questions in the comments they'll be having after is why didn't you go replace Kapanen?
Well,
Like at the deadline, or why didn't you go like bump him down or something like that?
Yeah, and over the course of his career, like we've seen that he's been able to handle those minutes in spurts. He comes out, he misses time, he's flying around the ice, he's good, he does have some skill, but at the same time, was 2 years ago he was almost on the way out of the league because he wasn't pulling, consistently putting games together.
Well, last season was waivers.
Exactly. So where are we actually at? And that's where I think, okay, like if you go get a top 6 winger, which I think it would be hard to do, but if you do it, pushes everybody down. And so then does Kapanen become a third line guy? Does he supplant a Savoy, a Howard, a Roslovic? Well, I don't think you're getting rid of Roslovic. But then does he now, replace a Savoy and push Savoy to the 4th line? I'm not necessarily sure that that's the greatest idea. And like I think Savoy's been getting better, but I think that the Oilers are a little bit small.
I'm not arguing that. I think you're right.
It'll be interesting how they go handle this deadline because there'll be certain teams that are going to try to load up here.
Yeah.
And obviously the Wild have already tried that. Like they've got Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
Golden Knights have made their move.
How do you work around your cap crunch?
The cap crunch,
part, too.
having the assets to
Yeah,
go about
good point.
getting things when there's going to be some of the other teams that are going to be going, I don't know what all their asset situations are, but they might have those assets. To what you've said before, which I would agree with, is that this feels like it would just be from a cup perspective, the down year for the Oilers. And I think you kind of just let this season be as it is in a way, and it's all about next season. You throw all your chips into next season.
And you know what? Like, even when I say that and you reiterate it, it's hard to like hear that. And if you're a fan, you're like, you need to win now. You need to win now. You need to win now.
Yeah.
And that's a tough thought to embrace.
I know, but then the one side where I would say, and I guess this could be thrown at my face the other way, but I would say is this team's good enough, I think, as of right now, to get to a conference final based on their path. Again, right now, possibly Ducks, or it'd be maybe the Kings. Awesome. Or maybe even the Kraken. Like any of those teams up there, I'm not worried about the Oilers finishing them off.
Yeah.
I do like them more than the Golden Knights right now. So it's like, okay, well then you're really only 4 wins away from getting back to a cup final.
Isn't that crazy?
This team is kind of, to me, like good enough to do that, where you could hold on to your chips for next year and let this season go. And there is a path to, like, depending on how the Central goes too, they might get beaten up where there's an advantage there to maybe get to a cup final. Like, are the Avs goalies as good as they're playing this year? Or are they going to be good enough come playoff time? We've seen greater goalies in like Hellebuck, who does well in the regular season. The postseason comes and there's a dip.
Edmonton outdueled Ottinger 2 straight years.
Yeah. Dallas would scare me though, just because of the coach now. He knows the Oilers.
Yeah, he does. They're good. They good.
So, or do you throw in more assets to, because like the other side is the path is easier. So if you load up, you don't have big of a gauntlet to get to the conference final. So this might be a year to go get that cup.
Well, I don't think you have the cap space to go do that unless you're trading.
You got to get rid of
roster
Henry.
players.
And the Mangiapane situation needs to be
That
sorted
needs to be
out.
sorted out.
Those two, what would that be, like 7 mil or something? 6 mil?
Yeah. With those 2 players, but is Henrique going to waive?
Good question.
Because to me, do they miss him right now?
No, they seem faster.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And I've been defending Henrique. I'm like, don't put him at center.
He's
keep putting him there.
ULTIR him for the season. Doesn't come back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
That oblique, hey?
Like,
I don't know what his injury is.
You could either sit and be injured all year, or you're going to be in the press box. We're not playing you. But if you want a ring on your finger, we're going to need you to sit as if you're injured so we can go get your $3 million replaced.
Yeah.
Because if we're putting you in the press box, we can't replace your money. And so, do you want a ring or not? Just stay injured type thing. It'd be 3.6 and then get rid of Mangiapane and Henrique. Or 6.6. And then what do they have right now for current deadline cap space is $270,000.
Yeah.
Projected playoff cap space, though, is $17 million. I don't know what that means. I don't get Puckpedia, and I don't get some of these new rules.
I don't know.
So they have a $17 million cap space for playoffs? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. But
I think the Oilers are just going to keep progressing, Belsey. I think this is what they do. This is January.
Oh, it doesn't have Leon on there. That's part of it.
I think I hear a lot of people saying that, and I watch their team, and I don't know if I believe that this year.
I think they're probably just saving their energy until it really matters. You haven't seen them give it their all yet.
Who, the Oilers?
Yeah. They're preserving their energy.
I was reading. Sorry, I was reading
but what
Puckpedia.
she just said is that she said the Oilers are going to keep progressing. It's January, and I just responded like, I don't know if I believe that out of this team, because normally the last 2 years, to Jazzy's point and to why she said that was, well, they've been really good in January the last couple of years, and they've continued to progress and get better and better and better. But I don't know if I see that out of this team.
They haven't done that this January.
Yeah,
They haven't.
Their record in the last 3 Januaries, that was one thing I thought I'd see a better January because it's been great, and I'd been saying that. But this year's January's more strong.
Now, obviously, Drysaddle's been out for the last little bit.
Dry is out.
You have Kapanen came back. Now he's out again.
You got the new
Henrique's
goalie
out.
situation here. They're still getting, chemistry
But they're playing
and gelling.
well.
Yes.
So maybe that's the Jasmine's point because goaltending's playing well here now.
Yeah.
Although Thursday's matchup's going to be interesting because
Hey, how's Stu doing right
somebody's
now?
playing pretty well right now. I think Eric this morning was retweeting a bunch of people's comments about Stuart Skinner from like Pittsburgh. Like, this guy's got to be the number one. This guy's hot. Ride the hot hand. We'll see how Thursday goes.
What do you think is going to happen with that? Standing ovation?
No.
I don't think so either.
He'll get a nice applause.
Yeah, I hope he does.
He'll get a nice applause.
I hope he does
I want him
too.
to have a standing
But-
ovation.
The question will be like, are there going to be? He makes a save. What's like? It'll be fascinating to see how this one plays out. It also is who's playing tonight for Pittsburgh in Calgary. I should look. If there's anything.
Do you think there's any world where they don't dress him?
I think the smartest thing if I was a Pittsburgh Penguin is not I'd play him tonight, not tomorrow. He's playing well. Tomorrow could go bad. Tomorrow could be a bad situation. It goes well. He
Yes.
gets lit up for 5, and then maybe he sidetracks a little bit here. I wouldn't play him in Edmonton tomorrow at all.
You
Let
are
him
so
sit on the
right.
bench. Give him the video.
Yeah.
He could wave to the crowd. That's it.
Yeah.
Play him tonight in Calgary.
Yeah, he's a mental goalie. That would totally screw with him tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow against Oilers.
Or do you say, hey, man, you're from here. You played here.
You know how to play here.
You should probably start.
Skinner's the unconfirmed goalie right now for tonight's game.
They hit the ice at 11:30 in Calgary, by the way.
Because Dustin Wolf is confirmed.
Patty Steinberg with the confirmation of Wolf. How about on the Edmonton side of things? And we talked about it a little bit last night on the postgame show. Do you go back to Jari against the Penguins tomorrow? I thought Jari played awesome. Made some
think-
great
yeah, he
saves
played-
last
he
night.
Yes,
played
he
well.
did.
First goal was, but second one not his fault.
I guess the question is, do the Oilers have a number 1 goalie right now?
They got a 1A and a 1B.
So do you ride until a goalie loses and then go to the other one? Do you keep so if you go by you go to Ingram because there's a loss here type thing. But if it's like that to me, if it's 1A 1B, you go to Ingram.
Yeah,
or do you
I
try
don't-
to
I don't
establish
mind going to
Jari as your starter type thing here?
I don't mind going to Ingram because Ingram's been good. And you could argue that Ingram may deserve to be the starter based on how he's played. You can argue that Jari should be the starter based on the fact that they went out and got him to handle those roles. But
And he's played well.
And he's played
like,
well.
not just we traded for you. You have to be the guy.
But I think you got to give both guys opportunity, and then eventually, try to cement.
So it's Koskinen and Smith all over again right now.
It almost is, but better.
Yeah, better. Thank
yeah.
you. That's
Like
good
it's
point.
one where it's whoever's gonna play hot, you ride that hand until they fall a game, I think, and then you go to the other guy. But is Chris Knobloch that type of
Pick's
coach?
doing right now? Is he just in Boca Raton hanging out?
Vibes,
No,
baby.
he's just been in the
Vibes,
box.
baby. The team wants him around for that locker room. You better be all in on the vibes for that locker room.
I think he is a vibes guy.
Yeah, that's what you embrace there. Keep going and dive even more in the vibe so that they don't get rid of you because it's like, well, if I go away, these vibes drop and that might hurt the team. I'm going to be full vibes guy.
You almost feel bad for Picks, just a tad.
I do. I value, and I've said it on pre and post, I value loyalty and appreciating what he's done for you and what he means. But there are a lot of people, and you, Joaquin, others, Cass, have said, this is what have you done for me lately, league?
It is.
It's harsh. It's a reality. It's the business. It's the best league in the world. But I still value a little bit of loyalty. And I think the writing's on the wall for Calvin Pickard, unfortunately. But I like when he gets an opportunity to fight for, his.
He just hasn't been able to get the
Space.
opportunity because the other guys are just playing a little bit better.
And good on those guys
Yeah.
for noticing that there's 3 guys in the room that wear pads, and that each time they get an opportunity, they better be on their best if they want more playing time.
So does Picks ever get a game?
I hope so, but I'm starting to doubt it.
Yeah.
Who are you putting him in against?
There's no reason to go to him at this moment in time. I
Exactly.
think,
Yeah, and that's why I feel
one
bad for him.
goalie, and more specifically, more Ingram, would have to have a bad 2-3 game stretch where then when you go from Jari, you maybe throw Pickard in there.
Yep.
But even then, how long will that be if that were to happen between games for Pickard? Like at some point, you have to do something because it's even if there's an injury, like he hasn't played. At some point, he's got to be playing some hockey games.
Yeah. It's tough.
It's tough. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love the loyalty aspect of it, go Nuge, but like this is business, baby.
Yeah, it's harsh.
Yeah, and McDavid only has those 2 years, so let's get her done. It is what it is.
Okay, if we're done on Oilers and we want to transition to the next, I have something that I think you would be all over, and I'm curious about.
Okay,
Has
before
to
we do
with our
that,
national team.
portions of this hour brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out at highproductmarketing.com. This is Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. What do we have?
Okay, trainer Mark texted in, says $182 plus tax for soccer tickets that were around $40 per ticket last time. What a ripoff, Trainer Mark. And as a Elks season seat holder, we got special access. I looked for the email. It's supposed to come out on the 19th. Early in the day, I didn't see it at that point. I need to go back onto my computer and log into that email account.
I think the Elks pre-sale was, I think it's tomorrow.
Okay,
Or it might be
but
today. Because
I
there
need-
was different tiers of
Yeah, and I want to see the pricing because I'm interested in going to this game against Uzbekistan. But and I just went on Ticketmaster. I couldn't find that game. I didn't do.
Yeah,
like
I
a
have it
thorough
on. I
search.
have it on Ticketmaster, but I
What do
also
we
have
have?
a sheet here. And I know I saw it was 182. What I have here says 175 regular price, and I know it was 182.50, but then there was fees on top of that still. When they first came here, Ice Tech, it was $20 to $30 for a ticket.
Right.
People were getting in for $40 for 2 games. Here, it's the 5 categories are 175, 125, 95, 75, and 50. There's not as many of those 75 and 50 here. I think one of the reasons the pricing is what it was that the last one was, I remember hearing at the time, it was November. And we just want to pack the stadium. Like that's a tough sell. Just like there wasn't a buzz around the men's national team as there now is heading into a World Cup. So it was like, how do we pack this? Let's just go cheap tickets, fill this stadium up. When I saw this price point, I went, ooh,
Yeah.
that is pricey. Thank God I'm a Voyager because our tickets were $53.70. And we're in the category, we would be in the $95 deal. So Voyagers, it's almost sold out for the Voyagers too.
That's such a good deal.
That's part of being the supporter section. The soccer, the supporters get discounted stuff, but you have to pay to be a member of it. But I'm surprised by this. And when I went on yesterday on the regular Ticketmaster part of it, and it's going to be a tough sell. I'll say that right now. The Voyagers is almost sold out, but the rest of it, there's a lot of seats available, so you don't have to worry about pre-sales. This is going to be a tough sell because this price point is high.
I'm very interested in going to this game, but when I saw that text from Trainer Mark, I was like, I better go see the emails because if it's like $200 a pop,
I'm not going for $200.
Well, that's the most expensive,
Yeah.
obviously.
yeah. That's where my seats are. Is like section D, row 5.
Yeah.
That's the 30-yard line in football, so that would be closer to. It's in between midfield and the 18-yard box.
Yeah,
Or
a
maybe it'd be
soccer
the tip of the
game,
18.
generally it's almost end zone to end, like goal line to goal line is more of a soccer field.
So then I'd be close.
Because it's a little, they don't have, it's a little smaller
right.
than the football field.
So then I'd be basically close to the goal line / maybe the 5-yard box on the south side of the field. So those are good seats.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. Sorry. Go ahead.
You should be disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in hearing this.
I thought maybe $100 at the most.
Yeah, totes.
But at the same time, like you get it goes, if you want, like you look at the World Cup pricing, it is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
This is an easier way to break it down. Ticket, like, and they've released, so this is Ticketmaster right now for them. They've only released every second row, I've noticed.
I see.
So they are starting, the expensive tickets have actually moved pretty decently
Go to
on the
section
east
D. I want to
side.
see if my seats. No, mine are unavailable right now. Row 5.
Yeah, that side is moving actually quite nicely for
that's-
those expensive seats.
We know that that's
it is
the
going-
best side of the stadium. Like you don't get the glare of the sun.
See, I disagree on
Totes.
that one. I love the sun. I
but
want.
you're crazy.
I know. I want that east side.
Totally there.
Totes. Did I really just hear that?
So I don't think
Why came out? Regret.
like they haven't even come close to getting ready to sell the upper bowl yet. So what is the cheapest I could find here? What's this one going to be?
So Upper Bowl. will
That
be
one's
open.
$53.70. So the cheapest
This
I
is
could.
only lower bowl so far, right?
Yeah, that's all I've seen.
Yeah.
And what's these tickets? You could still, if I got $42.90.
That's
So you
the
could get
end
in.
zone
This is the end zone.
underneath the scoreboard.
So you could still get in for under 50. They were never going to be the same prices at Ice Tech. Again, you're selling November in Edmonton outdoors. That's a tough sell.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm surprised just at the high end of how high end this got. But you could still get in for 50, under 50.
Yesterday, my old boss was in town. He's with the Devils, Mark Ciampa. Good to see him. And him and a couple of other former employees that are still with the Oilers, we all got together and we found out that someone that we had worked under who was not well liked and was eventually asked to leave the organization and wound up with another NHL team and was abruptly asked to leave that organization, is now with Canada Soccer in some capacity. And we all went, oh boy, that's not good. That is not good. So Canada Soccer has some spit to figure out.
Yep.
Third time's a charm.
10 times. Third time. Oilers reference.
Toads.
I'll be excited though. Get me to June.
Yeah. Get me some sun.
No,
got
the
longer.
World
We're
Cup.
almost there.
I've got my ticket to
Don't
Canada,
do that.
Qatar.
Maddie did that last year, and it lasted another
No, it didn't.
12 weeks.
I stand by. So I don't know if you've seen the forecast for the next little while. It's cold for a few days here in the weekend, and it's like supposed to be around like 0, -2, 3 range for a while. It's going to lead us into February for
And
that.
Groundhog's Day is gonna come, and the
Don't
Groundhog's
do
gonna
this,
tell
Matt.
All
us.
you have, so then
Don't do it.
I'm
'cause
going
this
there.
is the
Okay,
exact
I'm
same
going there.
time you did it last year.
Then
And
you
it
have to get through
started with
February.
her.
It's a small month. You get through February. You've got the Olympics
my
to help
God.
distract you. You're now into March. Before you know it, it's going to be March.
And it's still cold in March.
But it's almost over.
We did this
I know,
last year,
and
Matt.
I was right.
And you were wrong.
No, 'cause
it
April
got
was-
cold.
But any major snowfall was
got
going to
cold.
was all the snow gone by April? Like
a week?
That's my point. Like,
No, it was cold for like all of March. It was
it wasn't.
freezing.
It was not.
It
don't
was.
think it was,
Not
I
for the
remember
second
this.
for the second half of March. We were like, we'd never just like. There could have been a point if the temperatures got up to 5 degrees. Golf courses could have opened at the end of March. The problem was we
Not a
stayed at like
chance.
-5.
We stayed at -10. It was freezing.
Oh, what does my buddy Nick have to say? Oh, that I'll have to text him later. Yes, I did get a Canada Qatar ticket from the Voyagers.
All I know is that this happened last year,
March
right around the exact same time,
2025
and it lasted longer than your explanation
No,
was.
but it's still stand by what I was saying there. It's just mentally, you just have to then get like, it's not that bad in March. Even if there's a major snowfall, it's going to melt relatively quick.
I like how you're still upset about this.
Oh, pissed. Because I hate cold weather.
I mean, historical weather,
the
all the
worst.
temps. Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about because the average temp was basically between 5 degrees and -5, except a stretch of like 3 days in the middle of the month where it dropped down, and then a couple of days on the 29th. But this map, this is 0. Most of it's around 0. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, Bellevue.
Winter was extended last year after you open your mouth.
It was not
I said
extended.
it's almost done, and we had cold weather
Temp.
through March. When last year around this time, you're like, oh, we just got to get through February. It's done. And it wasn't done because we had cold ass weather in March. So don't do this.
We had average
game.
temperature.
We didn't because you just talked about how it was right around
couple of
0.
days.
And then there was a couple of days where
Yeah,
it got
that's what I
super
said
cold.
before. That's what I
At
said
the end
last
of the
year,
day, that stuff is still cold.
I said last year, and I'll say it again here today. There will be some days that are cold, but you're not getting an extended cold spell. You're not getting 5, 6, 7 days of -25, -30 degree weather.
that bad
you get a
juju out
couple
there.
of days, but generally you're relatively nice.
Don't put that
you're
bad
not,
juju out there, man.
and if there's a major snowfall, you know it's not around. Like a major snowfall happens in November, you know you're stuck with it for months. Major snowfall happens in March, you know in April it's gone. It's not far away that it's gone. So really you have to get through January and February, and that's almost like you're there. So mentally just put yourself in like
Exactly.
Mexico
Chris
or something.
Gand, by the way, is the best right now. He said this year is supposed to be Canada's hottest summer.
It's
Yes.
true. This is true.
See, now that's positive vibes.
Wait till you see my shorts this summer.
Oh, really? Just an inch off the nut.
I didn't say
Is this
that.
Edmonton?
See, that's like good juju. Chris, nice work, man.
It is
Jazzy,
Give me
you-
Fahrenheit. Oh no, get away from Fahrenheit. Here we go.
Positive, unlike you today. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, thank you.
Would you
Yeah.
like the temperatures from March last
Here we
year?
go.
I'm going to go through daily temperatures for Edmonton last year. March 1st, we're starting on +6, +7, +3, +3, +2, +6, +7, +8, +2, -6, 0, -6, -8, -14, -12, -10, -4, -4, +1, +1, +2, +4, +3, +6, +6, +4, -3, -6, -6, -4, 0. That's what I said it was coming.
I heard a lot of minus in there.
In that around that 0 temperature.
I heard a lot of minus.
It wasn't minus 20, which is what I said
I
last
heard a
year.
lot of minus.
I was
Come on, man.
and I specifically
Nah, man.
said you're not getting to the minus 20s that long.
And I specifically said anything over -5 is terrible. So,
Over -5?
Over -5 is terrible.
I want over -5.
So right now, all that happened is you just
You
proved
want
to me
under, so you want
that it was-
colder.
that
You
it
want
was just
colder.
gold.
You want colder. You said
You
anything
just
above
proved to
-5.
me-
You said anything above -5, I don't want.
Technically, Maddie's right.
I know technically, but I told you that
No.
English is not my first language.
Oh my
So-
God.
So basically, what I
You want
mean is
warmer
that
than
if it's
-5.
like -6, -7, that stuff to me is terrible. So I don't want that. And I heard a lot of minus. When
So
you
you
were
want
spouting
minus-
off
okay.
around this time,
Yeah.
being like, it's going to be over. It wasn't over, Matthew.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You are spicy today.
I know.
I have to say.
7, 8. 8
What
days.
a moody guy.
Days out of 31 were below -5. That is it.
That's way too many.
Ideally, you'd want warmer
Am I
days.
spicy or am I stirring the pot quite well?
No,
No,
don't
it's
try to
no.
change this now.
This is
no,
not-
no, no. Now, like, things aren't going your way
Yeah.
today with the Dolphins and with all of this. And now it's, oh, no, this is a plan by me. I'm just trying to stir the pot.
Yeah, no.
Don't give me that crap.
No, I'm not
More
trying- I'm
gaslighting
not-
from Belsey.
Yeah, I'm not
Title of this
trying.
show should be changed to just Belsey gaslights all day.
The gaslight.
The gaslight.
Basically.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm trying to stir the pot. I am effectively doing that. So I don't know if I've been spicy. I walked in and said I was tired.
I'd say
I
it was
walked in and
spicy.
said I
You're
had
tripping.
my boys
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Look, Big U
You tripped me
doesn't.
the whole show.
Big U
I
doesn't like
walked
being
in and I said,
Been
do I got to
defensive
fight
and-
somebody? Because I was ready to ride with you, buddy.
See, Big U would. It takes a lot for him to be kind of more on my side. And even he goes, has Belsey even been correct once today?
Oh, no.
That says a lot against how things have gone for you today, Belsey.
Now you know how it feels to be ganged up on. Yeah.
I'm fully okay with being ganged up on. This is kind of the fun time.
Your assessment of the Oilers is getting praised, I guess.
Yeah.
James says, I think his assessment of the Oilers is spot on.
I've been
So
spot
one
on.
thing. For one
Ah,
thing.
That's like an extended period of time. That was like 40 minutes of this show.
Somebody said Belsey needs to go to Miami.
I do.
Big Maple had a question for you though.
Yeah, what's up?
It's like ask Boom Boom who the instructor.
What's up, bro?
Okay, ask Boom Boom who the instructor will be for Evan Bouchard's camp in March at Saleh.
Ooh, I have no idea.
Okay.
Is he going to go based off of? Are you going based off of who's the instructor is going to be? Because they actually have no idea.
Before you get there, maybe Belsey needs one of these today. The official drink of the EST Hangout. It is Dylan's Small Batch Distilleries refreshing cocktail, handcrafted with Dylan's Small Batched Gin. A bunch of different types of those gin cocktails, crafted with their handmade spirits, proudly crafted in Canada as well. Find Dylan's at a local liquor store nearest you.
I want to try the
might need one of
Negroni.
those.
I haven't tried that one.
You need something,
that one too.
Belsey, today. That's all I'll
I
say.
need a water.
You need a chill pill.
I need a snap.
You need a chill pill. Did you guys
Month
see?
and a half. It's done.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Groundhog Day, I'm gonna text you. Did you guys see the prices for the World Juniors?
Here?
Yes.
What are they?
They're pretty good. For 16 games, so there's a bunch of different packages. So for the full event package for 16 games, starting at about $1,100.
Starting.
16
Start.
games.
So that's $68.75 per game.
And then for 8 games.
Starting at. So that's the
it's
lowest
starting,
ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
upper bowl.
expensive.
I guess if we gotta divide it. So for 8 games, it's $554.
$554? Mm-hmm. So that's $69, so slightly higher.
Okay. And
Starting at again, so
And
it's
you don't
lowest
even know if
price.
you're gonna make it to the gold medal game because you can go bronze medal game or gold medal game.
What's a gold medal game going for?
The same price. So it's like Edmonton half packages. There's A and B, and they're both starting at $554.
And what do you get out of it? Just Canada?
You get so you get 3 non-Canadian rounds, 2 Canadian, including Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, Canada final if they qualify,
Which they will.
and a Canadian and a Canada semi-final if they qualify, and then the bronze medal game. That's package 1.
Or there's a gold?
And the gold one is basically everything the same minus So not Boxing Day and New Year's Eve, but you'll get 2 Canada round games.
So you get the other 2.
That's right. And then a quarterfinal non-Canada, semifinal non-Canada, and a gold medal
So
game.
you don't even get the semifinals or any of the knockout games for Canada. You just
Yeah.
get the gold.
Yes, that's
So
right.
those are the only 2 ways to get in to
With that
packages
package.
for packages.
Yes.
Unless you're getting the full package.
That's correct.
That's pricey to me.
And then the last package is Red Deer. For Red Deer, I bet you this one will be sold out because it's Red Deer and all.
Yeah, and that rink is what?
5? Is it bigger than 5?
Is it bigger than 5? I thought it was bigger than 5.
I think it's right around that.
Is it?
Yeah.
They renovated it. Anyway, sorry,
Yeah, but
Jack.
no, it's a nice rink. Yeah.
They've done a good job. There's a Cam Moon mural in there.
Oh, really?
Yep.
7,000.
7th. Okay.
Okay, so that one, so the Red Deer full event package is 14 games. It's starting at $495, and that is 2 Canada pre-tournament games, 10 prelim round games for Group B, and then 2 quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's $35 a game. That makes sense. You're not getting the primos, but like a lot of people in this, they don't care about the other games. They care about Canada.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
you add into that full ticket packaging, like you better want to go to a lot of those games. Otherwise, your cost is kind of shooting up a little bit more because you can't sell those tickets. You can't buy a full tournament package and then just be like, I'll offload the other games.
Yeah.
No one's going to be jumping in on those ones.
Yeah, that Denmark-Germany game isn't a hot ticket.
Unless you can offload them for like $10 just to get something.
Yeah.
But those 8 games, like if that's the way you're trying to get in, oof, it's pricey.
Yeah, and I think
To me,
that
that's pricey.
There's a lottery to get those tickets too. I
Is
think.
there?
Yeah, so I only know this because of my colleague. He got in on it.
I was going to ask, speaking of that, is there fatigue from World Juniors around here? Even though it was such a cluster and everything was so messed up, or have people got the thirst for it back here?
Personally, myself, no.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean, when it gets closer to the date, yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely sure I'm gonna go. But right now, I don't care. NFL.
Yeah.
It's like just taking over my life right now. How about you guys?
I don't care. I don't think the city's going to care that much. I also think, like, if the Oilers, let's hypothetically say they do a conference final again, that's another expensive cost for 3 straight years. I don't know if people are going to want to spend that money on the World Juniors.
Yeah.
The World Juniors has just become too much about the money, and that's why they just rotate the same cities now when it's in Canada, right? So you got Edmonton.
It's going to go Quebec City next time.
Yeah,
after that,
and
which is
that'll
nice.
be good. But like, see, that would be a nice change. Like to me, this is just my thoughts on it, but like Saskatoon should be a host city one day.
They had one
Like years ago.
2010.
Yeah, so
2012.
2010. So like, but
Something
they
like
should be
that.
a host city. Like, don't come back to Edmonton for quite some time.
An NHL market should host it once every 10 years.
Yeah. So
If
Saskatoon.
you're coming back to Canada every 2, that's fine. 4 runs, go somewhere else, and then now it could be Ottawa
like just
or
give
Edmonton.
it the
or Calgary.
the opportunity for some of these other cities that have decent sized rinks to hold it, and then it might mean a little bit more because like when we were all growing up and looking at the World Juniors, it was in places like a Moose Jaw, and the rink wasn't that great. And the city,
Regina,
but they built those cities up, and
Halifax.
it had like that small town feel. Like
Yeah.
it had, I don't know, it was just a different vibe. And now it's just become so corporate.
Yep.
And so, like, maybe, sure, keep the corporate because that's never going to disappear, but then put it into a Saskatoon, put it into a Quebec City.
It was
put
great when it was
into
back in Halifax.
Right? Halifax.
A couple of years ago.
Those
Return.
places, to me, would benefit more than it coming back to Edmonton because obviously Rogers is nice, but we don't have the same. We really want to go to it because the Oilers have been in all the time. Like if it's in Saskatoon, that thing's gonna be sold out,
But the problem is that there they can't sell it for as much money,
and the money
and
how much.
they get less seats to sell as well. So if they want to make as much money, they have to even maybe raise the prices. But then that's for that market. They don't have that money to go to it because it's a smaller market.
Yeah.
They've created this thing where it's just they just want to keep the cash cow going, but it's you've built this up too big that
So it becomes
people
essentially
stopped caring.
Edmonton, Montreal, Toronto, Ottawa.
Ottawa's big. Vancouver.
Apparently, Toronto, Montreal. Remember they split it.
It wasn't
Apparently
good.
Didn't go. Yeah, didn't go that good.
I wonder if Calgary with their new rink,
They must.
they'll
be.
want it.
Yeah.
But that's why
even Calgary would be a half decent Like, just it's a change because it's always here in Edmonton.
But will they care as much because it's been so close? It's so that if you've cared, like, you're like, well, I can go up to Edmonton.
More. They'll care a little bit more because it's there, and the Hockey Canada headquarters are there too.
That's true.
I'm having like my cousins from Vancouver are gonna come spend Christmas with us because they're like diehard hockey.
For World Juniors?
Yeah, like they care so much about hockey that they want to do that. So I thought that's kind of cool. Christmas
See,
event.
but for them, that's cool.
Yeah.
But here, it's like, we get it again.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
And this is for Red Deer because they were supposed to initially have hosted with Edmonton back when we first got it, but then COVID happened, all those things happened. And now this is a make good to Red Deer so that they can get back in.
This conversation has reminded me of a text that Gold Medal Mark sent in last week, and I forgot to talk about it, but Gold Medal Mark had asked, because they announced Buffalo getting the All-Star game, I believe. Gold Medal Mark said, whatever happened to Edmonton getting an All-Star game? I'm curious to hear what you guys think of this, but to me, when Edmonton got that Heritage Classic, it was kind of like, sorry you didn't get a draft, sorry you didn't get an All-Star game, here's an outdoor game. Kind of like to have your event. And then the other things I could think of where they haven't finished phase 2 of Ice. They haven't even started phase 2, quite frankly. Apparently this event center that they're building next door is supposed to be amazing. And that's going to get going later in the year, apparently. But
didn't Brad Marchand come out and say if there's an All-Star game in Edmonton, you could see a lot of people not wanting to go?
Mm-hmm. Which I agree with his standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it was here's the Heritage Classic, I don't like that because you are bringing the Heritage Classic every couple of years and it's got to go through all of the Canadian teams. Like Winnipeg's getting another one, Calgary will get one eventually.
But you got one team that's a home team and then you're bringing in one other team. If you're coming to the All-Star game, you're trying to fly people from basically all over the league to Edmonton.
There was it was that or a draft. One of those was supposed to come. Why can't the draft?
The draft would make more sense.
Why should that's where I don't care that they got a Heritage Classic. They should have a Heritage Classic and the draft. Then it's okay. You're not getting the All-Star game, but we'll give you the draft. The All-Star game should never go north of like a certain parallel. Like it should only be in warm weather climate because I think that sucks to be an All-Star. Then like my teammates who aren't as good as me are off to Cabo, and I have to go to Edmonton in February.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Like, what the hell are we doing here?
Man, there's an awful lot of injuries this year.
No, let's be real about where we are, where Buffalo is. We're not sexy in the winter. That's not. So I get it. For those All-Stars, give them warm weather. Just keep it. Go put it in Vegas every year if you want. I don't care. But the draft could go around. It's beautiful in Edmonton at that time.
New York's a decent spot.
But now it's also decentralized, the draft. So I guess it's going another year.
But they might be coming back to that.
No, but they're keeping it this year.
Yeah,
they're keeping it this year, but I've heard that they might be trying to go back to the normal.
That was at the draft last year. They were like, this is going to be a one-off. And then they kept it for another year.
That was rough. That was a rough draft.
I bet it's the people there that don't like it, but I bet the owners are always going to sit there and be like, but I saved money.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't want to go to this.
I just think they have to clean it up.
Yes.
You can't have those interviews that were those interviews were painful.
It was like, I don't know if people watch Doctor Strange, was it the Multiverse of Madness, where the Illuminati and all the variants show up and Professor X is back from the dead and he's sitting in front of the Illuminati, and they had that one interview room. It's like, okay, let's take you into this interview room, and you're going to talk to the war room from the team that just drafted you, and they're all looking down on him through Zoom to every player, and then
some
the
of the guys
connections
couldn't even work it.
Yeah, the connections weren't working. It's like, oh, this is bad.
You have to do it better. You could tighten it up. If they went quicker with it, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. It wouldn't have been as big of a problem.
NBA,
yes,
they do the same thing.
So does the NFL. So mostly.
That player, after they get drafted, walks on stage. The person interviews him, but they don't go and interview with the team.
Yeah,
you get rid of that part.
Yes,
go interview. Tommy's standing there. I'm going to do my interview with Tommy. It's 15 seconds. Move on. Go meet your team in the tunnels.
It's sad because the NBA has done the decentralized draft for a long time. The NFL has done a decentralized draft for a long time. The template was there.
Oh yeah,
and they just botched it.
Yeah.
They just didn't follow through. Everyone's like, we can't do this decentralized draft. But then they went back to it for this year, and I bet that you're going to see, they're going to be like, why are we spending money for this? Let's just clean up the broadcast, and everyone's going to be fine.
They were like, we're innovative, and we're going to do this decentralized draft. and they're like, this is how we have to do it.
I love
As
how the
opposed to
NFL.
Watching.
I love how the NFL has basically turned the draft into a block party.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's not even a block party. It's a music festival.
Yeah, that looked fun.
But that's what it should be. Like, it should be that fun. Like, I don't
But
know.
you'll never get that for hockey
there was
because it's a
something
different
cool
beast. The NFL. The
about-
NBA couldn't even get that.
There was something cool about being in the building and then walking down, getting on stage. Like, that part to me was kind of cool. That was different touch that a lot of other sports didn't get to do.
Now, do
You could be with your
hug
team
Bettman
immediately.
when you
No, I shook his hand.
Okay.
So, like, I came down. As I was walking up, you take off your jacket. There's somebody that's following you. They take your jacket. You go up. You shake your hand. He says, "Welcome to the NHL, kid." And then you thank you, sir. And then you walk up. You go and meet your brass. And then you throw the jersey on. That part was really cool. That part doesn't happen in any other sports, and like that is a pretty big keepsake. Like, it's a cool moment. And then you kind of duck underneath, and then you go through all the interviews and you do all your stuff. So if you have the decentralized, you're still meeting the commissioner. You're still probably having that conversation. You can still put the jersey and the hat on, but then the rest of it, like, you just change how it's done. Fly out if you want to go meet your team.
Well, that's what the
later in
NFL
day.
does, though. And that's where the NHL needs to capitalize on that is they draft on that Thursday. The first round pick is generally in the building on the Friday, and they're doing a press conference with local media.
Yeah.
And we know how few media now travels these days.
Yeah.
Oilers, if you have a first round pick, you draft the next day on that Saturday, have an Oilers season ticket event. And have the first rounder there so people can meet him the next day. He comes in and you could do something. Basically, all 32 markets could do something in your city while there's still a decentralized draft. I have no problems with the decentralized draft.
That's a good idea. I only have one story about that. 2012, when Yak got drafted, he went missing for like a day.
What?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
What do you mean?
Thank you for asking. So he got drafted, right? And I think he had his party. And he had a bunch of interviews scheduled the next morning in the early afternoon. We had one set up for him at like 11:30. He was gonna do his one-on-one with me, and I think Bob and Jack might have been involved, or maybe they're. Anyway, we had a time set up and everything was set up. And JJ Bear, I remember him like texting us and then calling us and be like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to push this interview back." And we're like, "Why?" He's like, "Can't get a hold of the guy. Don't know where he is.
Wild.
That is
Haven't heard from
amazing.
him since last night."
So he probably went on a rager or something.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He indulged in the celebration.
Celebrated.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah. I just remember I'm like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, like if you have the draft on Friday night, go meet your team. I think the team should give them the opportunity to have that night. You guys go do what you need to do. Enjoy the fact that you just got drafted. We'll fly you in, Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, so that you're here ready to go for Sunday or even the Monday. But then you could roll it into prospects, like the prospect event. Like
That's what they used to
You
do,
don't
kind
need
of.
to have it, a month after, because that was the worst.
Now back to where this all actually started from. I don't know if Edmonton would want that draft though necessarily. Now,
No,
it's a different event.
yeah, you don't want
so,
to know, but
But I stand by, like, it'd be great for Edmonton to have the All-Star game. I stand by from an NHL perspective. They shouldn't go to Buffalo. It shouldn't go anywhere like that. That's dumb.
keep it in the same spot. I would actually
Rotate
maybe
a couple spots.
rotate New York, Vegas, LA.
You could throw
if you
Florida
want.
in there.
Oh, Nashville.
I think you could throw Nashville, in there.
Nashville, not bad.
I think you could throw Dallas in there.
Nashville was awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Like, there's a couple cities I would rotate it between and just circulate through them. And in the New York, you have the 3 cities that you could kind of go to. You could switch it between New Jersey, Rangers, Islanders, and I know it's not the nicest weather, but it's New York City. There's a lot
Yeah,
to do
no,
there.
you keep it in
Yeah.
New York City. You don't.
You could, yeah,
don't go to
and
the
you
other
just
spots.
rotate between them because again, like if I'm a star player, my buddy's going, who's a 4th line grinder, is off to somewhere in Mexico, going to Hawaii or something, and I have to go to
they do.
Calgary.
The reality is, you
I
probably
got to go to Calgary for a couple days.
know.
Like, what the hell is this? I'm the All Star.
Yeah.
Move the All Star game to Cabo.
Why am I getting punished?
I would
Yeah.
keep it in 2 spots: Vegas, New York City. That's it. That's
Yeah.
all.
I'd want to get LA in there.
They
I'd
forced
throw
Miami.
LA and I'd throw Fort Lauderdale in there. That's for the players.
Yeah.
To me, it's for the players.
Go
Let them
have it.
the
Go
nice
have
weather.
it in like Cabo.
The all
That's exactly it.
Go have the All
Actually,
Star
go
game.
move it
That would
there.
be actually kinda
Expand
cool.
expand to the
Yeah.
Mexican market.
Yep.
The All-Star game in Nashville was fantastic. I think I covered 6 All-Star games. Columbus, they did a good job, but it was kind of like, oh, it's Columbus. Nashville was awesome. Tampa was a lot of fun. Ottawa did a good party, but because the rink is in basically Nisku or Leduc, you're like, oh. But when downtown was great. Which other ones did I do? There was a couple more in there. I can't remember.
I'll put 4 in here.
Okay.
Okay, I will go with New York, Nashville, Vegas, LA. There's your 4. You've got Central Time Zone, Eastern Time Zone, Pacific Time Zone, and Vegas, which is kind of its own time zone. Mostly Pacific. Or is that Arizona? Just Arizona. No, they're just Pacific then. I don't think Vegas changes.
Yeah.
I think they're with Pacific.
Yeah.
Phoenix is like Saskatchewan and they don't change.
Right.
Or Arizona. Those would be the 4. Edmonton
don't
doesn't
mind
need it. Well, Edmonton needs it, I should say, but the NHL doesn't need Edmonton for that.
Yeah.
But people always go that Bettman did say you'll get one of those 2.
He did.
It never happened. And now we're coming up on 10 years of this rink. Like,
Yeah. Also, they're
it's
behind
no
on
new rink.
phase 2, and there was supposed to be a tower where the Oilers store is. There was supposed to be like a 30 or 40 story tower.
They do have the elevator shafts ready to go, like the
Yes.
spot. So if they want to eventually revisit that, they can go do it. But
Yes.
yeah, they took
Well,
that
there was
out.
supposed to be a cinema. That never happened.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's right. Although they added a CIBC moved in.
That
and
is
they
also
added
correct.
red lights. I didn't look yesterday.
I saw them.
They were bright as hell.
Very
Looks like we
bright.
have a red light district. Kind of thing. Like they're obnoxiously bright.
I noticed that the other
Like
day.
it is just like, what the hell are we doing here with these lights? Like I looked out my window, I'm like, what is this red light going on out here? Like what are we
glowing
doing? Oh,
inside.
it's almost Kramer-esque from the chicken type thing with how bright it is. It's wild.
You know what's funny is Avery from Hockey News and Yahoo, he pointed this out. We were talking about that new CIBC yesterday. It's good that they're filling those empty bays, but basically it's all banks
It's
in
a
there,
financial district in a
and
way.
it's lame
It's TD, Scotia,
service.
CIBC. There's a RBC just in the
yeah, that's
Edmonton
right.
Tower as well. It's become a financial district in a sense.
And banquet, ice house, alchemy. If you want to go to a cocktail bar, Henry, which is sneaky to find and tiny, but it's not hopping. You're right, Maddie. It's a financial district.
Need to get to Over Under for Play Alberta. Download the app. Visit them at playalberta.ca. I was trying to do something NFL, but like I will go because like is anyone thinking that the Broncos have a chance here?
No. Sorry.
So I can't go like how many road teams. Over under the Rams covering 2.5 against the Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 2.5. So over would be that you think they're going to cover the 2.5 or outright win it. Under, Seahawks are going to.
Under.
Seahawks are taking this?
I feel like the Seahawks made a statement last week.
Seahawks winning the Super Bowl.
Took advantage of a beat up 49ers team.
Oh,
But.
they're winning the Super
You
Bowl.
saying they're going to Super Bowl?
Yep. They're going to the Super Bowl.
I have a hard time believing that we're going to not have like a legacy type quarterback not there this year. So I think Matthew Stafford's getting there.
Wow.
Was Sam Darnold versus Drake May? Darnold's been great, but like he's not into that upper echelon quarterback just yet. Could do it this year if he goes wins a ring.
I'm going to go with the over.
So I think the Rams are taking this.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Stafford's been playing unbelievable football all year.
Stafford versus May, the 2 MVP favorites going into a Super Bowl rematch of that dreadful Super Bowl from a number of years ago.
Yeah.
It's there, although it's a rematch of the Pat Seahawks if that one happens.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bronco Nick, but I think we're all
Yeah.
discounting your team
That
completely.
injury to
That
Knicks.
it was the worst thing that could have happened in that game.
That's crazy.
Worst
Jay.
possible outcome.
Yeah.
That's just a
I feel
stunner,
bad for
too.
him.
Yeah.
Like how his heart would be just so broken after that.
Could you
Mentally.
imagine if you're a Broncos fan and then Sean Payton comes out? I was like, yeah, sorry, our starting quarterback.
Oiler fans understand that feeling. I will say that. It was Dwayne Rollison.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember, like, you saw him get hurt, and then you just hear done for the playoffs, and it was just like, crap. That one sucked. That's it for the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage right here in Edmonton Sports Talk. We've got Lock Shop, Eric and Huss coming up next. We've got oil stream today. We got EST Afternoons, Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. Then on our audio streams, we do have Crush Performance coming up here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Thanks to everyone for coming in. Belsey, hopefully your gaslighting will be gone by next week. You can work on that throughout a week. On behalf of Jasmine, Belsey, Tommy, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in to the Hangout here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Playa Alberta. Lock Shop in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here. Joining us today,